Hello, Agent. Good to see you for the 14 minutes you'll be here until you go over to Hello Yoki. I don't blame you. I would rather look at Eggie than me, too. Alright, but in the meantime, we agreed on 6:30 EDT, but I'd like to start stream a little early, so good luck. Well, fortunately, I don't have anything riding on this beyond, like, pride. Though, if Eggie had fallen to us, and I might have tried to get here to take her. But I guess no, I don't know. Could we really justify taking her over Gal? Maybe. But it doesn't matter because she didn't fall to us. In other news, I played a lot of asyncs at work today, and despite making several horrendous mistakes every game, I was going pretty even with Kai, so that's probably an encouraging sign for the season. Even managed to take some games in the puppy mirror. I think my puppy is tournament ready now. Which is good, because the patch is inevitably going to drop and my pack 1 will be ruined. Do you see pack 5 buffs? They buffed it again? That's a little scary. It looks real. Well, I have a playable unicorn, sort of. Today's strand sucked. I'll get to it eventually. But Team Spirit and Murmurlord Edge. Interesting. The puppy pack changes. I mean, I can go look at them if you guys want. Let me go pull up game news. Alright, so there's now the question mark, question mark, question mark. They swap Garlic Press and TP. Wait, but what's the... I mean, I agree that Garlic should not be on tier 2, but at that point, what's the point? I think is weird. Wait, tier 133? Wait, now I'm really confused. Okay, so this was not add unicorn pack, it's summoned by something. Okay. Well, no, this was... I'm confused, whatever. Question mark is real? Wait, there's gotta be some downside, right? Like tier 133 is kind of crazy. Tier 1 3/3 within a. Oh, give the nearest friend a head spooked. But can't you just run it in the front? Like, you can't commit to it, but that's still, like, crazy early tempo. Tempo, you just don't commit to it. Okay, well, at least it seems, like, interesting enough. You can also commit because of Baku Corn. Interesting. Alright, Pen Gobbles looks trash. Amalgamation. So this is just... Oh, so this is like a different version of Jersey Devil. That still looks bad, but less bad. Orchid Mantis. So they put Rooster in TAC 2. Except it's weird looking. Oh, it has health as well. Fuck. Oh wait, start of battle. Reading is hard. Well, I guess that gives 4 squads a little more support, so that's probably good. Okay. Tier 3. Oh, I had to custom. Replace ailments on... Oh, that seems... Is that broken? That's... Instinctively, I'm like, wait, that's kind of crazy. But the more I think about it, like... You don't actually have that many things you want to buff on a given... You know, early on, right? Oh, flip. Flip, I promise I'll get around to actually coaching our team soon enough. Unfortunately, I have streaming obligations. Cracked Egg is even stronger now. Okay, I don't really know why it needed to be, but whatever. This seems terrible. Why did they buff Sneaky Egg? I don't think it actually changes anything, but like, why? What are all of these things? Most of them are unicorn pack things. This is customs only, so it doesn't matter. That's cool, I guess. Okay, so they just straight up moved it to tier 3. Oh wait, no, it gives more gold. That seems about as good. Mothman. Good work. Wait, why did they buff Ogopogo? Hello, Eggie. I'm ready to go whenever you are. Well, I guess technically I said this was starting in 5 minutes, but whatever. It has to be second now. That's, like, fine, though. I don't know, does that really change that much? It's also like not a strict nerf, even if you ignore the fact that it's now a 4-1, because it will, if it's random, it presumably now skips level 3s, so you could like have a level 3 in between and like at the front. It mainly helped like serpent builds where like you can have a level 3 serpent and then have it go to the rock. Well, would that actually help? That would help sometimes. It doesn't. Okay, well, I guess we're back to random inconsistencies to balance things. JMO, I would like SAP significantly better, because I think they would do a better job. Okay, this changes nothing. Wait, I'm confused. What is the change here? Oh, wait. Oh, it just got slightly buffed. Okay. Wait, isn't it customs? I don't remember. This changes nothing. Cool, I guess. This changes nothing. Well, I guess. Make one tier 2 or lower. Oh, prioritizing faint pets is pretty nice. Oh, so like you can nowadays non-faint pets. Interesting. Well, that's like never consistent, right? I mean, it could be on some boards. That's interesting. I'd rather play competitive customs. Going through customs is pretty painful. Drafting star turn hurts. I don't really feel like it does. It's only -1/1. I feel like that makes no significant difference. Okay, they buffed Ouroboros. That's cool. Same stats, less. I mean, yeah, like it's a tiny nerf, but like I don't feel like that really changes the gameplay at all. Guys, I'm a good coach, I swear. I've had many successful students. Also, I will adjust my coaching for Eggie. I won't be as mean as usual. Good call. Okay. There's too much stuff here. Anything interesting that you guys want me to look at before I call Eggie? Bomb. Swallow copy. Oh, so it can copy anything now. My instinct is that that would still be bad, but it's like certainly much better. Poodle isn't in pack 2 anymore. Oh, that's kind of weird. Maybe pack 1 will still be good then. Tangle, I was told about that, which I think, like, I agree that garlic press should not be on tier 2 because like garlic on tier 2 is ridiculous. However, I also don't really see what the point of it is on tier 3, so I feel like they should have just replaced it with something else. I guess it's 2 gold instead of 3 gold, and garlic isn't useful for that long anyway. Maybe that makes sense. Alright, let me call Eggie. Hello there.
Hello?
Alright, let's... So to start with, are you cool with me showing Twitch chat your tier list? They might rip it apart, just saying.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm used to getting ripped apart.
Alright then, let me open it up.
Why does Eggie sound so eepy? I just woke up from a fat nap. I had an allergic reaction today, so I'm like pumped on Benadryl right now. Wahoo! Can I
This actually
preface
might
this?
improve your SAP play because you will overthink a bit less.
Okay, can I preface this tier list though before someone roasts
Sure.
me? Oh, that's my alarm to make sure I woke up for stream. Um Okay, I know that there are certain pets that belong elsewhere, like according to like popular SAP theory, but when I was giving this to my team and my captain, I was putting pets that I would normally prioritize so they know how I'm thinking. So I know commonly like some things should be moved higher up, like maybe tiger and stuff, but I was trying to show the team like what I would normally do, if that makes sense.
No, that's the kind of the point because now we can use this to tell. Okay, well, what are some issues with your current thought process?
Nice, everything, not thinking.
Well, I would argue untrue for multiple reasons. First of all, this tier list is actually mostly like pretty okay. Like, there's only like
Yo.
5 or pets that are like super out of place, and
Okay.
also you think a lot. That's actually more of the problem.
Cool. So I just need to do drugs, play SAP. Got it.
Hmm, possible.
No,
All right.
don't say that.
I mean, hey, it worked for Spooksy last season.
Damn.
Alright, so I guess I'll ask you about a few pets that seem a little strange. So, why do you like dolphins so much? I feel on these current rankings it is the second best tier 3.
I feel like dolphin's pretty useful because sometimes you just need to stop something before its ability triggers. So, like for example, Scorps, or sometimes if I'm just not making it like through all the way in the back line, sometimes like a last like monkey or something, it's able to take it out for me.
So the problem is, I feel like those issues are both solvable with things that don't aren't as committal. Like if you, uh, like I don't know, you can also solve the Scorp issue by simply putting a smaller unit where the Scorp might be, or and you can solve the backline issue by just having a larger board. So like I feel like this is a common theme that I noticed in your sets last season, where you like tend to not you tend to like over focus on like, okay, how do I fix this like random issue on the board, and look for like specific pet counters instead of like just playing a normal board and then like figuring out issues ways to solve it that don't require a lot of like gold or board space or whatever.
I see. Okay.
So with that in mind, like especially like Dolphin, so I guess you're more intending to take Dolphin like later to counter these specific things instead of like when you triple into it till you take a Dolphin, because like none of those things really exist at the start of the game.
Yeah, I will say it's not like I'm married to the idea of always keeping a dolphin. Sometimes, similar to boar, I'm just putting it on the board like for a round or two if I'm like, oh, I just need to figure something out for now.
Yeah, the problem is that I feel like the Dolphin is a lot less likely to be good than a Boar. And then also, if it doesn't achieve its like specific purpose, then it's like about an 8-3 compared to the Boar being a 14-8. It's just like significantly
Mm.
fewer stats.
Where does dolphin
Um,
normally belong then?
I would say it's like middle of the pack on tier threes. Like it's reasonable tempo and it does have its uses, but like it's like I don't know. It's one of those pets where it's a tech pet, so it's weird. It's like SS tier if you have no other way of dealing with Scorpion, or like the only thing you lose is Scorpion or something. But then it's like otherwise just kind of bad.
I see, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
So like having it be like it sounds like you use it for a lot of things that can be solved. Like using it against a Scorpion, like if they have a Scorpion, or if like the only way you lose is Scorpion is fine. But like using it
Mm.
to take out the back line is kind of a big commitment, when you can also just put like basically any unit there and it'll do the same thing by just killing the unit.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. So I remember seeing something strange in chat. Scooty fan, horse being high is correct. I would argue it might be a little low. No, actually, it's a roughly appropriately placed. Horse is the best tier one in my opinion. Anyway, why is camel so high?
What is it you say, Markoto? Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Well, I feel like this is a kind of important answer. I promise I won't be too mean. I'm toning it down.
Typically, I like camels in early buys because a lot of people, if they go summons, especially if they're running a dog team, which I hate going against dog teams. Um, it's pretty good. Also, camel's not an always buy, but if like I tend to hit a lot of them, like a level 2 camel's pretty juicy, right? So I'd say it's worth it. And it's great, especially at absorbing things like, for example, if there's like snake or puffy snipes, then it's just helping the team out.
So I agree it's fine against all of those things. The problem is when you would take a camel, they don't have those things yet. Like you normally would take a camel like on turn 3, where you don't really know what their board's gonna look like. And so
Mm,
yeah, it's great if they end up going summons or like one of those sniping comps, but you don't know that yet. And so on average, you'd rather try to have just like an ox that just has melon armor, which is pretty much always good, or a dodo which gives attack. Like in general, you should be prioritizing like raw stats over like weird effects, which and so like units that give like consistent effects that work against all boards are going to be better.
I know that Ox is a pretty good take, especially if you tier up early into it. But I always struggle with it catching up to things. So like the melon is like goaded, of course, but like I can never get it to scale, and so then it becomes kind of useless. Sometimes I get it to work, it just depends on what I hit. But that's also my issue with Dodo a lot of the time. Like if I tier up into it, I know I'm supposed to take things like Dodo and Ox, but I can never scale it. So like later in the game while it's just sitting there, it's never big enough to last, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so I think that kind of fits with your normal issue of you're taking too many like random tempo things. Like, okay, how do I win this fight? Okay, I need to take like this random pet to beat this random pet in the back line. And if you do that, you don't have much gold to spend on like long-term scaling. So I feel like playing more efficiently will inherently like give your units a few more stats, which will help make Ox and Dodo like better in comparison.
Okay, that makes
I will
sense.
also say you do seem to. Chad is rioting, so I will say you are undervaluing some long term pets such as Swan and Snail, which also probably explains that somewhat. I think both of those are like borderline auto takes on tier 2.
I think Swan I do take quite often actually, even though it's like B tier. I put like S tier as like I'm almost always taking these. A tier is like really good, and B is like yeah, I'll take these depending on the situation. Um, I am a tempo town kind of player, which is not always great, but Swan is really good in the long term. I think I beat 50. I had like a level 3 Swan at one point because I was training with him this morning. So it's not like I never take Swan and Snail. I do take Snail a lot.
Fair enough. The main other thing. Spider and Shark are both too low. What is the rationale behind those two?
I fucking hate spiders. Violet is here. I always get a fucking elephant out of it. It is so fucking useless. I don't know if it's just my RNG. I know you're supposed to like get early spider. If you get level 2, it's great. Pill it, blah blah blah. And it's great, especially have you an ox on the team and stuff just to boost it. But I just get really unlucky with it, so I don't like going it. Sometimes I will still because I know it's the right thing to do. But again, this tier list is like, what is my preference? I wouldn't take it if I didn't like have everyone telling me I should take it. For Shark, I don't hit Shark very much in my shop, so I know Shark is a good line as well, depending on what's on your board. Pilling things, especially like mammoths, flamingos, just really helps it. Or if you have a giraffe, it also helps it out a ton. Or if you have summons, but I just never really get sharks in my shop. I don't think it's bad. It's just not something I often take.
Okay, well we'll put off Shark for now. I think I don't know. I know you weren't a STEM major, but at the end of the day, like you see, you're smart, so I
Oh,
feel
he
like you
doesn't think I'm
understand
stupid.
probability reasonably enough, and so like you gotta play the odds. Like yes, sometimes you will take spider and you'll get an elephant, but I think objectively you know that like you don't actually have like a higher chance of getting elephant. It's in your
I
head.
know. I just feel like God's out to get me. But even though it's low on the list, I do take Spider. I know it's the correct thing to do.
All right, so based on this, it seems like the main thing is just like your well, hmm. Well, yeah, this kind of lines up with what I thought last season, which like your main issue is that you try too hard to win every fight, and then like your units don't get bigger and your board doesn't get better. So let's. So now the best thing for you to do would be open up SAP and share your screen, and then we'll find someone to play, and then just play your normal game, explain your thought process, and we'll try and figure out like where things are going wrong.
Wait, two questions. For this first game, do you want me just to play on like regular timers and me just narrate everything and you soak in how bad it's going and then we do coaching timers or what?
Uh, we should probably just start with coaching timers. No real downside. You can always just end turn.
I let's just stop in like 300. Whatevs.
All right. Attempting to coach Eggie. All right. Who wants to play? We'll
I
do.
love
These
how
are coaching games, so we'll just do best of ones.
Okay, I love how it's attempting. Like you're not actually for real coaching. It's just like we'll try and see how it goes.
I mean, there is a reason I say that I don't think I will be able to fix fix your play, especially not in one coaching session. But I will try my best.
Damn, he can't fix me, guys. You hear that?
All right. Well, I think Tyler was first, so Tyler can get in first. So we need to focus mostly on things that will like significantly impact your win rate. So like the valuation of pets is off here and there, but as long as like you're making somewhat reason, so I'll try and focus on like things that like are like both easily fixable and will like immediately improve your win rate.
Are we ready
Yeah,
to
go ahead and
start
start.
then? All right, good
So
luck,
yeah, just
Tyler.
don't wait for me to say things. Just do your thing, and I'll just ask you about things if I see like strange things.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
So why did you buy both the ant and the beaver?
because in my tier list, I tend to like beavers, and that was like the one good thing in the first shop. And then there's like double ants, so you want to try to prepare for triples? Question
Well,
mark.
so the problem is there was not double ant. Yeah, I agree. Beaver is good, so buy the beaver. But then why did you also buy the ant, which is not particularly good?
I feel like ant is good. I don't mind it. I like it.
I would disagree, but sure, that's not that big of a deal. So whatever. I think early game you should prioritize units that give you long term stats because like the one heart early on doesn't really matter that much. So you should prioritize things like beaver, duck, pig that give you long term value later. Which I think
Mm,
is part of like your overall thought process issue. Like you are trying too hard to win fights when you can do things that will set up for long term and are more valuable.
okay. Just send it like this then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it was my only
Yo,
positioning option. The spicy lizards. That reminds me, and a lizard invaded my house today.
invaded. You made it sound like he held you at gunpoint.
I
What's
opened the
up?
door and the lizard ran in, and I was like, "What the hell?" And then I tried to tell him that trespassing is against the law, and he didn't listen to me.
Should I be taking coaching from a man who's speaking to lizards on the daily?
All right.
Wait, hold up. Wait, this is
Yeah,
a
this
third
is a
round.
throw round. Yeah. So there's a snake in the kitchen recently. I feel like the
What?
reptile kingdom has had it out for us.
What the fuck? Hey, I'm gonna send it like this. Is this fine?
Yeah, that's fine. Like this doesn't really matter. Like I don't. I think positioning is hard to coach no matter what. So I tend to like focus on just if you have a good board, you don't. If you have a better board than your opponent, then positioning doesn't matter as much.
I don't believe. Oh, look at that! The little bitch, the little fucker. It's his time.
Oh,
Anyways,
look who's here.
he heard us. Okay. Um, okay. I know that Ox and Dog are pretty good tier ups on both of them. Um, I think it's just a preference and playstyle, right?
I would say Ox is better, but the thing is, the main you should take your other triple because that will like give you more information. Like if you hit another one of these guys, then it becomes a lot more valuable and so on. All right, so
I
what are you
would
thinking here?
probably go Ox, Badger, Cell Beaver, Ghost Booter.
Seems fine. Yeah, that
Okay.
seems pretty reasonable. I think I would sell Ant instead to get the to try and get. Well, that is probably the best time you can find to get to sell the beaver. Yeah.
Eh, that's okay. That's a fat ass ant.
But
Okay. And then
yeah, Violet points out that it does depend. Like, if you had a duck instead of a beaver, then it might make more sense to take dog because dog benefits from health. I don't know if I agree with that specifically, but like, there are lots of things you can factor in. But that being said, we're trying to simplify your thought process, not make it even more complicated. So let's start with just buy the pets that are better.
hey, good to go like this.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That looks reasonable to me.
Oh, a camel, my love. Okay. Woohoo.
All right.
I would just roll here, right?
Yeah, that seems fine.
We have a pill. I could pill amp, but that kind of sucks because the stats are really big. I
So this is a common issue where like you see the ant is like, oh, it's 6'4". I can't possibly get rid of that. But like you will have to get rid of things eventually to make room for your board to improve. And so I feel like the real reason to not pill ant here is because the spiders would be really bad to hit. So it's just not quite worth it over just potentially selling the ant. But so I would still keep pill frozen for spider, but so yeah, I agree with not pilling ant, but like the logic isn't the 6/4 body is too big. The logic is like, oh well, I don't get good value from pilling this ant because like it's random.
Oh yeah, Violet taught me to never pill ant. We just use it to sell later.
That's
Um,
fine, honestly.
wait, what turn is it? Oh, don't mind me, wrong buttons. But I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't go for a peacock since we're already looking to turn 5, so I just roll, right?
Yeah, so Peacock is the logic should be more that like Peacock's function is to be a decent buff target, but there's already two of them on your board. So like if it doesn't really give you any long term, it doesn't give you any long term value, and then you think about like, okay, is it good tempo? And the answer is also like kind of no. You don't really need the Peacock to win these fights. So
One?
like I said, I think right now we should just start off with buy pets that are good and don't buy pets that are bad. So like yeah, you should buy the Swan because it's a really good unit.
Mm, I would. I kind of want the Mingo.
Mingo with Ox is pretty good, but the problem is that you'd have to. Yeah, so yeah, that makes sense. If you want the Mingo, then you pill the spider and see if you can get rid of that.
Good.
Okay, that's arguably better than one of the pairs.
Is it worth keeping?
Um,
Because
so
if
the
we
other
have this,
option would be sell Ant or sell Swan. I think either of those are reasonable.
I'd say sell Ant now since it's going to be gone anyways.
The Ant even that much better than the Flamingo, honestly. Like, or like, is the Flamingo even worth that the gold? I guess you don't have anything else to do. You would be rolling for Swan only.
So
I think I just roll here. This is a weird one.
that's what everyone says every time I play. I don't know if it's a me problem.
I mean,
Um,
despite how much we talk about SAP being easy, there are a lot of complicated decisions in the game. It's just a lot of times they don't actually matter.
hey, um, nah, we don't really need the pill, so I'd say we probably just roll up to the club like this. Actually, no.
uh, sure. Yeah, that seems fine. Positioning
Positioning
is
is a
fine.
myth, so I should be able to do whatever and it'll be fine,
I mean,
surely.
yeah, as long as you don't do anything like egregiously bad on positioning, I think you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So So like again, like your default. I feel like another thing is that when you're playing your sets, you often like start turning your video thinking like, oh, this is what happened last fight. I should do like X against this board, and like it's really more complicated than it needs to be. You should look at your shop, be like, do any of the are any of these things good? And if they're not
I
good, you
feel
should just
like
roll.
okay. Um also shit. I feel like I don't need snail right now.
Yeah,
Um
it doesn't really make sense.
Raf is good, so we can sell Ant. Then we can go Raf. Then
Sure,
I would probably want to garlic the badger, I would
that
say.
makes sense to me.
Okay. And then we roll. Actually, I don't know. Everyone says to meatbone your swans, but then I saw during my sets a lot of people are like, why does she love buying like late turn meatbones? So I don't think meatbone is what I'm supposed to do.
When people
Um,
say meatbone, your swan, they mean on tier two. Like, because on tier two, like, okay, there's not that many things to buy. But on tier three, you're now looking for ox, giraffe, and badger, and rabbit, and potentially swan. Like, I guess this is a reasonably point. If you have like a thing where it's like pretty close, you gotta think like, okay, what else could I do instead? And in this
yo,
case, there's a lot of better things to do instead.
I feel like I'm not really like excited for anything. So I could freeze and prioritize food for this turn, but I guess the long-term thing is just to go ahead and either stack rabbit or I would sell swan, go double rabbit, to be honest.
I think you stack here, because even if it double rabbit, I don't think you would be buying that much food this turn. But sell Swan is also reasonable. But it wouldn't make sense to like freeze, because like I don't know, what would you be accomplishing by freezing instead of buying it?
Emotional support. Okay, I think this is what I would probably normally do. And then we just ka-chow. Okay, and then we go.
Seems fine.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
No salad freeze, that's sweet gaga. This doesn't seem like that good of a board to salad to me. You have, I feel like only the badger is particularly good to hit. Maybe the rabbit, but like there's too many things on the board that you don't want to hit with the salad. And then you don't really want to sell those things either. So the salad just doesn't becomes not quite worth it.
Does snail become worth it?
Okay, so when you have like a close call, you can turn a lot of decisions into just math, right? So this snail gives 4 stats for 2 gold, which in theory is pretty good on this turn. But then you have to consider whether the stats actually do anything. And in this case, I think the only relevant units are the badger and the rabbit, because like those are the 2 units that the badger is your main buff target, so of course he's staying. And then like a rabbit that's level 1.5 should stay for a bit. And so, like, the snail gives 2 stats for 2 gold, which is, like, okay, but worse than salad, so probably not good. That's pretty
Yay.
good.
Okay. Let's combine here. And then honestly, I probably go for the badgers, right?
Yeah, you're buying both anyway, so the badger is a little better this turn.
I saw someone earlier talking about the pigeon cycle. Normally I would pigeon cycle, but I feel like that's not right, so I didn't do it.
So why
um,
did you feel like it's not right? You can't, it's very few players can successfully just play off like the vibes. Like it's just a much harder way to play than like breaking things down into like concrete thought processes.
but like in my brain, like I could have juiced the hell out of like the what is it called, badger? Because it's like a 2 gold apple. It's like if I had a worm on the team, right? Um,
So
so I
like
would
I
have
feel
done
like you're
that.
overcomplicating it. Just think like, okay, I'm paying 2 gold for this pigeon and it gives 2 stats. So that doesn't seem very good.
What is the good math? Do I need it to
I
give
think
more
the
stats than
easiest way
that?
to think about what is good is just like what's the current food on the tier. A salad is 4 stats for 3, so that's like the bench mark. If you can't beat that, then it's probably not very good.
Okay.
So like I don't know, you look at the pigeon, you think, okay, how much is this worth, and you skip it. It's like I feel like trying to like compare it to other pets and stuff is too complicated when you can just break a lot of decisions down to numbers.
Can I sell the ox eventually?
Well, it's only a 2/3, so yeah, I think it's pretty sellable, and so
See, this
because
is
for that reason, I would not level it.
see, is my beef with it because it never gets big, right? Because I can only pick between one of these at a time. So that's why I know ox is right. The melon's pretty helpful, but I don't like taking it. I don't
Well, it's
know.
awkward here because you have 2 buff targets. If you were going to buff the badger over the ox, then you maybe could have considered taking whatever the other thing was instead. Because yeah, ox is only good if you buff it. So if you're gonna choose to buff badger anyway, then it becomes not very good. All right, well, I think you
Okay.
know what to do here. Tweeds, that doesn't make sense, right? You're selling Raft to get
Oh, it's a
stuff.
juicy boy. Okay, question. Can I can it? Some people
Well, you should get
hate me
more
canning.
information first. Like,
Like what? Oh,
picking the temple.
this?
Like, always do random stuff first. The more info you have, the better decisions you can make.
Okay. Control.
Alright, so now you know, okay, these are kind of shit, so, um, so now, yeah, you would start to consider the can, because you have the gold this turn.
Monkey?
Yeah, I mean, a monkey is a monkey.
And then I guess you could sell rabbit just so you could immediately buy something like croc or scorp right now.
Yeah, but level 2 rabbit seems like pretty valuable, I think. Like,
Really?
I don't know, you're going to buy food. Like, I guess I'm not really sure how to explain why the rabbit is better than these guys beyond it provides like a lot of long-term stats. Like the amount you're going to buy a good amount of food. Uh you're generally going to buy a decent amount of food, so it's just like plus like a bunch of stats compared to these guys don't offer any long term. They're just like decent tempo. So uh
Mm,
So like I don't know unless you I feel like at the lower level you should generally just prioritize long term because it's hard to evaluate like how much tempo you need. So like stats are like nice and consistent.
okay. So I just roll the croc and the
Yeah, like
scorp away?
I don't think either of these are good. Now if you could buy these without compromising your long term, then it'd be different. But in this case, you'd have to sell like good things long term in order to get it. So I think they're incorrect.
I can free skunk, right? Because then we can let go of Raph.
You would probably let go of Ox first, but yeah, Skunk looks like it does something on this board, and you have room for it. So
Okay, I think I'm sending it. Ka-chow.
yeah, that is the right positioning. Maybe Scorp was good because it like beats that one. Probably not.
What? What? I was like, Squirt would have taken this fat ass dude out. And
Well,
then
it might have been right here, but I'm trying to train you to like not focus so much on just winning random fights. So like often, so like some of the advice I tell you might actually not be optimal, but like it'll help fix your thought process.
okay, okay, here probably would sell ox, go skunk, right?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. The skunk it looks pretty valuable against this board because specifically because it knocks down stuff so that your badger can kill it. If it knocks
Yeah.
stuff down, but then you couldn't kill it anyway, it wouldn't be that great. But
I don't think deer is valuable. I think I need something bigger, so I'm gonna roll.
yeah, deer does not look particularly good against this board. Like, if you think about deer is still like okay, it's still like a decent amount of attack, but yeah, it doesn't seem worth to go over rolling for like the good pets, like more skunks, pairs with your rabbit, uh, that sort of thing. Turtle, that looks pretty
Pears!
good.
Do I want to full send it on the badger?
Yeah, you should just buff one unit unless there's like some really good reason to not do so.
What
Like,
happens if he pulls a skunk?
but he doesn't have one yet.
But what if he does?
Then you can start buffing something else. But like, you shouldn't play around things that aren't actually. Generally, you should not play around things if they're not actually there yet.
But if he brings out the skunk later, then it's already too late because I only have a singular strong unit and everything else is so small. Versus him that has like 3 big units, right?
Um, you would have to get like really far into the game for it to be like too late to scale something else. Like, I don't know. You have like consistent you because you've played for long term. You have like a monkey and a rabbit, so you have can gain a lot of stats per turn. So I feel like if you ever see a skunk, it's pretty easy to be like, okay, I should start buffing something else, and then just put something else at the front, put more food on it,
Okay.
etc.
Okay. Wow. Skunks.
The other reason, I think, like the main reason you should not play around things if they're not there yet is because like you lose a lot of value if you don't buff the badger. So, all right, so let's think about the stats per gold here, right? This pair gives 6 stats for 3 gold. How much does a sushi give?
Wait, what does a sushi do?
Well, that menu's there for a reason.
It's giving him a heart attack. Um, it's like 1 3 times 3, so it's like 12, right?
I meant like a normal sushi without the rabbit.
Oh, then it's 6.
Yeah, so they're equal. So like the pair's okay, but if you have other things to do, you might want to do them instead. Like you should think about like, okay, well, I want to get this cow, obviously, and I want to get this monkey, obviously, uh, and then decide whether you still want to buy the pair in that case.
Well, if I sell Raph, that's $11. If I buy this, that's 8. If I buy this, that's 5. If I sell it, it's 6. Then I can go monkey, and then if I really wanted to, I could cupcake something for the funsies, or I could just cycle a duck for +1.
Well, so both of the cupcake and the duck seem like really bad, right? Because those are like well below the average of what you want to
Yeah.
do. I would say in general, just prioritize rolling. So like this
Rolling?
pair, it's like okay, but you want to be better than okay. So you should buy the 2 things in the shop that are like really good, and then just roll.
Okay to sell Raph, though, right?
Yeah, that is clearly the worst unit on your board.
Okay. And then we
Well, no, so
do.
I'm saying the pair is just okay, so you don't want to buy it. You'd rather look for things that are really good.
Okay, but I can buy the cow,
But the
right?
cow, yeah, but the cow is like really good. I feel like you can instinctively see like, okay, the cow is giving like 5 million stats for 2 gold, so that's pretty good. So again, there's not really a reason to stop buffing the badger until like a skunk or a scorp appears. Because look
Okay.
at how gigantic his board is. The only way you're going to defeat that is if you have a similarly gigantic unit.
Okay. I'm good to throw monkey on board, right?
Yeah, monkey is good. I would say the penguin is not so good though.
Okay. Roll.
You need to have a really good reason to buy units like off curve. So and the penguin doesn't quite fit the bill here. All right, so yeah, roll
Ah,
another cow.
my boy.
This is actually kind of weird because like you don't. All right, well, what would you do here?
I would probably. You could either combine monkeys, but that's kind of sad because that's like a ton of stats. So honestly, I would sell rabbit and then buy sell cow and then throw whale on board.
So I'm actually fine with that, except for why would you buy the whale?
Isn't that part of Exodia? Don't I just buy units that are good? Isn't whale one of the boys?
Whale isn't that good unless you get it like whale is good for a tier 4, but you're not on tier 4. You're on tier 5. Level 2 whale is really good, but like that's you don't have a level 2 whale. You have a level 1 whale.
Mm,
I think there's a much better unit in the shop that you should be considering instead.
parrot skunk?
Mm, try the guy that gives like a ton of stats.
The turkey?
Yeah, like the turkey seems like crazy here, right? You have 3 open slots on your board, so you can easily get. So you get like 18 stats. That's a lot of stats. So I would probably. So what I would tell you to do here is like either sell monkey or not sell. Either combine monkey or sell rabbit. Both are fine. Buy the cow, then end on monkey. Chat, the plays you're suggesting are probably better. However, this is like a really rare situation, so I don't think it makes sense to like cover.
And then I can just roll down, right?
Yeah, so you roll for things that are really good.
Whoa,
Like that
God is
guy's really
real.
good.
God is so real. Okay, I'll just leave him here and then just roll.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think also you should spend all your gold before positioning. Like, I don't know. Making sure you get as many things as possible onto your board is more important than is much more important than positioning at your current level. Okay,
What?
so there's a lot of good things here.
You can go ahead and tear up the monkey, right?
You could consider selling the skunk because then you can get the other turkey on board and get even more stats. I'm not sure if that's worth it because the skunk is decent against the board, but like you have a really big badger. So like you look at the board, you look at your badger, the skunk isn't actually doing anything anymore, right? The badger can easily kill everything. I feel like I don't want to cover too much about like specific units because that will not improve your gameplay as much as like going over like general fundamentals. But skunk is like a really big noob trap unit, so whenever you have a skunk, you want to consider, is it actually doing anything? So you look at the board, it takes 8 health off the whale, but like, does that actually do anything?
Not really.
Yeah,
So
so
we
I
can
would
go.
sell the skunk and then buy the second turkey, and that way you can now combine the monkeys and get like even more turkey stats.
Woohoo! I found the guy.
I wonder if dragon is better. Probably not.
I don't like taking dragon.
Honestly, at your level, it's probably well. So a good way to explain this. Yeah, honestly, for now, just take the unit that is better. Just take the snake.
Um. Okay. So now I just roll down, right?
Yeah, there's nothing else that's particularly good in this shop, so just roll. Now, this is a little weird because now is the point where you do kind of want to start scaling something else because the badger's about to hit the stat cap.
But there's
But
nothing else to scale.
yeah, that's the problem. So you kind of have to just keep buffing it this turn, but that's something you may want to figure out next turn.
Okay.
I mean, you could decide. You could just throw the round and buff snake. That's, oh wait, actually, the best play here I think is monkey first, snake second.
Wait, what? This?
Yeah, do you know about the monkey trick nowadays?
It doesn't buff itself, so we buff the second target
Yeah,
if you put
so
it
you can
first.
actually buff the snake without losing much value. And this,
But it's only gonna get one trigger versus if we had Badger with multiple triggers.
yeah, but again, this is where like I think you should be prioritizing long term over tempo tempo more often. I think like I feel like you prioritize tempo way too hard, and so we need to
Okay.
work on like correcting that.
Send it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is still game one, yes. Coaching, like when I'm trying to do really in depth coaching, it takes a while. Also, chat is correct that you should have swapped the turkeys because you're killing the bigger one for no reason, but whatever.
Positioning
That
was a
didn't seem
myth.
that didn't seem that important, so I didn't mention it.
Okay,
Alright,
roll.
so nothing in the shop is particularly good, so roll.
Melon
Oh, that
on the
looks pretty good.
snake.
Why on the snake instead of the badger?
I
Like, what
feel
is
like
your thought
it's.
process on that?
I guess I should have gone for Badger because nothing's gonna snipe the snake because he doesn't have anything on the board yet for that, right?
Yeah, so again, like, it's much more important to do generally good plays than to worry about things that, like, are not there yet. So, like, once he actually has something that can snipe snake, sure, you can protect it. But until then, like, but, like, and, like, buying, I guess, buying preemptive protection on snake is fine, it's pretty important, but, like, it's not better than putting the melon on your giant unit.
Okay. Roll it.
Yeah.
Low key. I'd love to go puffer fish there for the beams, but that's not
Okay, well,
allowed.
as
I
long as you
don't
know
like
it's for the
going.
memes, then it's fine. Because
Yeah, I
everyone
don't
needs
like
to
going.
enjoy. Having fun is part of the game. Just don't do it in tourney.
Okay, roll.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know what we're looking for because we're board locked. I don't like the fact that turkeys are taking 2 slots when we don't have a summons of any sorts.
Well, you can just sell the turkeys if you see something good. The problem is we haven't yet. So you're looking for the other pieces of Exodia. You're looking for level 2 turkey. That's mostly it. Like, sometimes, especially late game, you are going to just roll all the way down. That's, like, fine. Like, that's just how the game works. Now, that is a pair, so that's probably good enough. Like, or, no, that's a double. Not the... Like,
What?
two... Mammoth is a good unit, right? So
So
one
is
mammoth would
never.
just be like, okay, but there's two of them in shop, so that makes it better.
So we should freeze one, combine, add it.
Yeah, I like that.
Good. Good. Actually, thinking time. Is it worth buffing the mammoth? Because like, if we position it first, monkey's gonna buff it, which is kind of a waste, isn't it?
It's not ideal. Like, you would rather buff other things, but it's still, like, fine. I guess, how do I, like... Okay, like, so you should prioritize long term unless it's going to, like, make a really big difference in tempo. So, like, buffing Mammoth isn't that bad long term. You want to keep Mammoth around anyway, so buffing is like fine. And so
I
since
do.
like I don't know, it seems okay enough to me.
It's a big stat, but aren't we gonna pill it? So like,
Not
what's the point of?
necessarily. It's pretty hard to find pills these days in tier 6.
I don't know. I'm pretty drugged up right now, Markoto. um. So hold up, pause champ. Technically, this is the right positioning. Then actually, no. There's no reason
Yeah,
for
you
Snake
probably
to
would
be
want the
there.
snake behind the badger instead.
Just like this.
Yeah, so this looks good to me. Guys, like you guys are right in chat, but like if I point out every single thing, then it's gonna load Eggie's brain.
It's very small. Wow, snake go brr.
Uh-oh.
Shit. Oh, drugs are hard to find, Markoto. Drugs are so hard to
Yeah,
find.
but like, isn't having a 1221 on the board like kind of better anyway? Like, yeah, don't. It's not like you. There's not no particular reason you need to have something else instead of a mammoth. A mammoth is good. I also think like mammoth on board is just one of the better things you can do because that opens up like mushroom. Room is a good thing to buy.
So do we just stack it? We can't. We don't
Stack
have
it
room
seems
for the turkey
reasonable.
buffs. Okay. Why do we have the turkey if there's no room for it?
Well,
Like to
you
do
would probably
anything?
sell it next, but we haven't found anything we want to sell it for yet. But it
Okay.
gave you like a ton of stats. Like I think total like 20 something stats for 2 gold. That's pretty good. Alright, none of these things seem particularly good, so I would roll.
Low key want to chili my mammoth, but anyways, boar
Like,
seems like
it's
much.
fine, but it's not that good, so I wouldn't do it.
Boar seems kind of tasty. Not gonna
Or
lie.
is good, but I think you were about to sell the wrong thing. That being said, I would probably board's good enough. Like again, I'm trying to right now. Just we need to start with the basics. Just buy pets that are good. So boar looks pretty decent here, so it's fine to buy.
Sell.
Yeah, so just sell the worst unit on your board, which is turkey. Buy a boar.
Freeze. It's okay, right?
Sure,
Because there's
leveling up a
Evo.
boar seems pretty good.
Yo, God is real. Tyler, throw. Let me live. I'm cooking. And then ka-chow. Hey.
Alright,
I
position how you
guess.
see fit. So buffing the boar is better long term, but is it worth losing the 2/2 from the mammoth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say yes. But so just want to make sure you're thinking about that. Like a big part of skill in SAP is finding the balance between short term and long term. So that mostly just comes with experience. So you need to like play the game and like think about like what is happening in the game and like what is so what's going right and wrong. So yeah, I'm not sure where I was going with this, but anyway, point is yes, this positioning looks fine.
Okay, I'm just gonna send it. I think it is what it
This looks
is.
pretty good. I think you probably lose, but I think you navigated the game like reasonably well. So that's the goal here.
Oh,
Actually,
feeding
you might
the
win here.
boar. Oh shit! Fuck balls.
Darn. GG's. Well, I think you navigated the game pretty well, which is the goal here. Like, I'm mostly just trying to make sure your thought process is like in a reasonable spot. Why have you still not verified your email?
Bitch, you think I verify anything? Oh yeah, you guys don't know this. When the TOs chat, I was like, wait, why can I pin nothing? And someone was like, did you even verify your Discord account yet? I was like, oh no, that's it. I don't verify or deal with stuff until I really have to or update anything.
Tiger, this is not open law. Sorry, I should have set up the queue. So the next in queue is Tangle. Then who was it? It was Pizza Power, and then then Terrific Tiger. All
I
right,
haven't talked to
so it is
Pizza in so
Tangle's
long.
turn. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I was trying to. I was going a little too in depth. You can skip me. All right, is Pizza Power still here?
Yo, Agent's a cool kid. Yo, Agent's so cool.
Congratulations, Agent. Thank you so much for watching so much. Agent Core. I hope you know that does not give you any queue skipping privileges.
Wait, can I get VIP in your stream?
No,
Why?
need to pay up. I can't just give VIP to everyone.
Hey, Markoto,
What?
can I get VIP in your stream?
I think I need to hold another VIP calling soon.
A VIP calling? What do you mean? I just got. Give me my money back then. Give it
Alright,
back.
slash VIP. Hello, Eggie.
Bitch, immediately as I do it, he's like, oh wait, I kind of need to shoot them now. I was like, what do you mean? I just
Yeah, I'll
got
refund you
here.
SP. Go ahead and start while I'm doing that, by the way.
I hate you. This is so cruel. Fucking highway robbery.
Hey, it's not. Alright. That looks pretty good to me. So... Where did my mod go? We decide you don't actually do anything, so you lost your mod.
Dude, you're so mean to your chat.
Mod isn't. We can't just give everyone one mod in VIP. Then the chat is just filled with symbols and they don't mean anything.
Yeah, but you don't have to look at them and be like, yo, bro, you're useless.
I don't do it
Right.
all the time. It was just one day, on the day we were calling all the VIPs, I noticed, there are also too many mods, so then I went and did mod performance reviews.
You know, there's also too many viewers. What if we just start banning people?
No, we need the viewers. That makes the non-VIPs make the VIPs special.
We're going.
And I have obligatory sibling VIP. You should have like 50 million points, feats of power. Just redeem VIP.
Dude, I would never let my sister watch me play. She one time found Super Auto Pets at a gaming cafe, and I had to pretend like SAP. Why did they name it after the tree sap? What is that? Like, I had to pretend I didn't know.
I don't get it. What would be wrong with playing Super Auto Pets?
It's mainly her finding my channel. My family knows I stream, but they don't know the actual handle because they would absolutely dox me or cause some shit to go down.
Oh, they would like recognize your voice. Oh.
Oh yeah, and also I'd have to explain the whole VTuber thing, and then they're just gonna out me out to the world. I come from like the boonies, small town, middle of nowhere. Why did you start a raid?
I hit the wrong. It was instinct.
Hey, I have 3 gold, so I could just put Duck on board, right? That's fine.
Yeah, that
And
would make
then
much more sense. Buy the good thing and don't buy the apple.
I need to throw.
I mean, you did the important part, which is combining the units. I wouldn't worry too much about it afterwards.
Hey.
Like I said, we're trying right now. We're just trying to focus on like making sure you're doing like the big things right, and then like once you get a handle on that, you can move on to the smaller things. But the big stuff is a lot more important.
Mhm.
All right, so
Okay.
this duck seems good enough to buff. Yeah, so go ahead and take your triples.
I like all of them. So
Sure. So what are you gonna buy here?
Badger, Raft, Swan.
Looks good to me.
I guess it could go kind of anywhere, and then we could sell this Go Spooter roll.
Hmm. Well, why not just buy the spider?
I wanted the stats, but okay.
I do the stats. I think the stats might have made sense if you didn't also buy the swan, but so why are we buffing swan instead of badger?
Both of them are gonna stay for a while, right?
Sure, but like you should in that case you want one big guy because one big guy can trade both medium guys and big guys, whereas multiple medium guys can trade other medium guys, but then they just like die to the big guys.
Okay. Is this good?
This looks reasonable enough, sure.
So I should juice the hell out of a singular unit, essentially.
Generally, yes, unless there's some like really compelling reason to not do so. Maybe like they have a skunk, or maybe they have a skunk, or like you really need to hit some, or well, no, for now, yeah, just juice a unit unless there's like a skunk or something. That looks pretty good, yeah. 5 pairs of good units.
Um,
Also, turn team viewer back on before I have an aneurysm.
Sorry. Um,
No, don't worry. I'm gonna have to get used to it because I don't remember who it was. Was it Philip? I think who refuses to play with it. No, it was Fluffo. I'm mixing him up, so he's not on my team, so it's fine.
sometimes I just forget. Usually I do dock it if I notice it's not there. I'll like realize it when it comes to positioning time, but
Fair, fair.
I don't know. I like so Beef go Mingo here because I want to pill it later.
So I
But
think
Beef is bad
this is
because there's a
another like
spider.
important fundamental concept. So how many units on your board are staying for a while?
3?
I'd say 4, right? The badger, the giraffe, the spider for sure. But I also would say the swan is like pretty good. And so that means you don't really have room for this flamingo. Like, yeah, you can sell it, and then you can buy it, and if you find a pill that like works out okay. But if you're in a pretty awkward spot at that point, if you find like another spider, like what would you do then? You want to have at least like one board slot open until like the end of the game, and so I don't think you can quite fit this flamingo on board. And so I would just roll.
Yo, stack it.
There's an argument to sell beaver and run separate to get more gold, but either one's fine, I think.
Look at this pill I could have used on that Mingo. Okay.
Well, you'd rather use it on the spider whenever you get level 2, so it's fine.
Is it worth cycling beavers?
No. Because, well, okay, by the stats per gold metric, I told you it should be, but no, because it's like random. If you have like a particularly good board to cycle beavers on, then sure, but on this board you only have like one thing you really want to buff.
Okay, so we'll sell this, go double swan.
Yeah, and then just roll.
What do
I will
nope.
say you probably should have frozen pill because you need it for spider and there's nothing else you're looking for. I would still say you don't quite have board space for that flamingo, so yeah, roll. So yeah, when you roll, you find good things. Good things make you win the game. So you should definitely. I feel like a big problem, not just with you, but like a lot of players, is that they like are like, oh well, this is good enough, but like you don't want good enough. You're trying to win the game.
Okay. Is this okay then?
Yeah, it looks fine. Like I said, I'm not gonna worry too much about your positioning as long as you don't do anything egregiously bad. Like at your current seed level, you can definitely just win by just having better boards.
Do you know who I'm going against this week?
Porter, right?
Wait, am I allowed to say this?
Yeah,
Wait,
you're.
Captain.
Yes.
Oh, I'm going against Freets this week.
Oh, I think you'll probably be fine. I hope you'll be
Freets.
fine at any rate.
Freets is the one doing the blindfolds, right?
Yes, I don't know if you would live it down if you lost that one. I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
It's okay. I'm a content creator. Not a single thought in this coconut. I can go ahead and pill here, right?
Yeah, that seems pretty good. See what you get.
I hate him.
What? He's like one of the best possible things you could have gotten.
But like, what am I gonna do? Do I get a honey sheep it, Makoto? Do I get a honey sheep it? Like,
Well, the deer
where's
seems
this?
like a better guy than the sheep. The thing with dog, I feel this is a very common problem among lower seeds for some reason. You don't have to do anything. Like you buy this deer, and now you have an 8/6. That's like a good unit. Like you just play the game, and then it'll grow pretty big. Like sure, it's nice to have summons with dog, but it's not really a necessity.
We're skipping hippo, right?
Yeah, at this point, you have one board slot. I don't think a hippo is a good use of that board slot.
Okay. So now my question is, do I just keep going badger? Or do I buff dog because dog is level 2, or do I buff swan because swan is level 2?
I think definitely not dog, because dog is only. I guess there's not really a good way to explain this besides like dog is not as useful late game as like having more money or like the like multiplicative scaling of the dog or of the badger. But
And then
so I
C
think the
is why I
dog is
don't like
definitely
dog.
worse than swan or badger. There might be an argument to start buffing swan here, but I still think like the badger is big enough where it is staying, and thus you should focus your buffs on your one big unit, especially given that this unit is one that like benefits from scaling. Part of the reason it was so much better to buff the Badger than the Skunk last game is because the Badger actively benefits from scaling. Like every time you scale it, it gets like 50% to its ability. Swan doesn't
Mm.
need stats to do its ability; it just gives you money.
Alright, send it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ernie, I think that would be fine, but I think this is better, and I think it's a good time to like illustrate an important concept.
Good.
Old.
A 2 health. Roll.
Yeah, seems fine.
Drugs. Roll.
Yep.
I don't think.
Yeah, that going for level 3s is you could at your level you can safely just never go for level 3s.
Wait, pause champ. Did they pill a deer? Why is there
I'm
just
not
a
really
bus
sure why
sitting
he
here?
did that, to be honest. It's been a while since Pizza Power has played. I don't know if you know, Pizza Power is my little brother.
Yeah, I know. He
Yeah,
told me
yeah.
back in the day when I was a baby SAP streamer. Um Coda, what am I looking for? I don't. The only thing I can think that I'm actually
Giraffe
looking
Badger.
for is just Wrath. Okay.
You actually might
Mhm.
not even want giraffe, but I guess if you find another giraffe, you can then sell the dog.
I found him.
Yeah. Also
Here.
garlic. Like garlic is generally pretty good. Good on your big
So
units on this tier.
here.
Yeah, seems fine.
Rolling. Um that's fine.
Yeah.
Right? Just send it.
Yeah. Pizza Power, you're going to giving us bad practice is going to be you will single-handedly become the reason Eggie loses to a blindfolded person. Do you want that?
You're like using me as an ad. Like there are children starving halfway across the world, and you're gonna play like this.
Oh no, you losing to a blindfolded person would be significantly worse.
I mean, now I'm stressed, Kodo. Now I'm like gonna panic because I was like, shit, if I lose, everyone's gonna bully me out of team tour. I'm just gonna have to like retire on week 1. I'm
No,
so
no,
stressed
nobody would.
now. Wait.
I'm just joking around. Okay, wait. So hold on. It's now
I'm
tier
sh-
4, so garlic isn't really that good anymore, right?
okay. That's psychological
Also,
warfare. It
also, you
is.
have to remember that someone has already lost to this blind person. So
Roll it.
yeah. So no matter what, it won't be as embarrassing as that time Cheese lost.
I kind of want the
Ernie
whale.
in a customs tourney a while back, Freet somehow beat Cheese blindfolded. I don't know how he did it.
Wait, whale? No whale.
Okay, well, so you're on tier 4, so this whale's pretty reasonable. You also have a deer, so yeah, this whale looks pretty decent.
So
There is
then
just
what do
one
I
problem though, and that's
sell?
that it's pretty hard to sell anything. I guess you have to sell the dog, right? It's the worst thing on your board.
Yeah. Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, you
Okay.
should not ask me because you need to practice like thinking through the plays on your own and like just having confidence in your decision making.
I'm
I'll
a
just
lot
point out
less
things as I see
confident
them.
after what you just said about losing to a blind person.
Well, the reason it would be so bad is because I think you will just win. So I wouldn't. If anything, like you shouldn't be nervous because you should. I think even if you don't improve at all, I think you will probably win.
Okay. Oh, I do like the cans, kind of.
But like, are they really that good? How many open spots are on your board?
I feel like, never mind, God is real. I feel like swan or giraffe goes eventually.
Yeah, but that's
Especially
only
if I,
2 spots, right? So at that point, that's not that good.
I guess. Okay, I'm just going to. What should I do? 5? I guess we're just doing this. Okay.
Anyway, I'm just joking. No, I don't. If you actually did lose to Freaks, nobody would bully you because that'd be kind of fucked up. Well, I guess
They so
people.
would bully me. Don't lie to me. You think I haven't seen what the SAP dojo is like? You think I'm new here?
Well, they wouldn't bully you specifically. If you were like Cheese or someone, they'd probably bully you.
They would
But
so
nobody would
bully
want to
me.
bully you.
Everyone bullies me.
Yeah, but like
All
in a
right.
joking way. They wouldn't do it when you're like actually like bummed out.
Um, Dude, this team's kind of constipated. I don't know where this badger's gonna go
You
unless we
probably
just
have to
like.
sell something because you want to open up the shop for your other guys. I think selling either giraffe or swan is fine. Like
Uh,
you don't. I think another thing you don't need to sweat the small decision, the like really like close decisions. If you have a close decision, just think about it for a sufficient amount of time, then just move on. Like if it's a close decision, that probably doesn't affect your win rate that much.
like, um, um, eh. I kind of don't have like any like consistent scaling now. So
Yeah,
honestly, I
pairs.
wouldn't be.
Okay, so pairs the one exception to the stat per gold rule because it's like targeted and there's just it happens to be on a tier where there's not that much to do. So you can buy pair even though it doesn't seem that great. I think you're right, but I think it wasn't a big enough deal to dwell on.
Hey, good to go.
Yeah.
Ka-chow.
What is the stat per gold rule? So if you have
Nice.
that's crazy.
I'm cooking. Oh my god, we're fucking cooking. The Krusty Krab is
All right,
open.
well, once again, do the random thing first, right? Yeah, do that first.
And then I buy separate, combine, buy separate. Oh my god, Mr. Krabs, we're cooking. Oh, ah. Okay. Anyways, I would definitely. I feel like Snake is like an immediate go, right?
Yeah, that is the best unit here.
Okay, and then honestly, Boar is like kind of on the fence. Boar is like if I'm people panicking and I don't have big units, we throw Boar on, but I think I'm okay without it. So I think Swan's more valuable, so I can keep rolling for equipment or
Well,
foods.
you should sell the whale. I think the whale is the worst thing on your board. The boar is like a pretty significant improvement, I think. Yeah, so then roll for good things.
Englishing here. LG was really surprised that I put Boar in S tier on my list. I really liked it.
Yeah, I think boar is pretty good. Like, I think that's probably a little high, but I don't think it's a big enough deal for me to for us to address.
Mm. I think positioning wise, it's like this because I want to prepare for Big Shark, right?
It's worth noting your badger is probably only gonna get to swing once, right?
Yeah, so I
So I think that
should.
makes more sense. And then at that point, you want your badger to not kill a deer, so I think there's only one good option. Well, okay, there's two good options. That works, but you could also just put the badger in the back.
Nah, we're doing this. Wahoo.
Alright, that's, I think, worse, but fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Alright. Honestly, now I would consider selling Swango Monkey.
Uh, so this again comes down to like you have like one open board slot, right? I don't think monkey is the best use of it. I think like I'd rather just have this one than upgrade to a 6-drop next turn. Why are we looking at this pair? This is not that good here.
Okay.
When in doubt, just roll. Like it is okay.
I,
Like I think you're pretty much
uh,
only rolling for chocolate here, and I think there's nothing wrong with that.
the Sag. No, I could have had a level 2 monkey. Ah!
No, no, no.
Okay.
That's the same monkey. He just really wants to join the team.
There was 3 different monkeys.
No, no, no. That's the same monkey. Look, they look exactly the same.
That's like freaking telling a kid, no, Egg, it's okay. Santa is real. Santa is real. It's fine. I would honestly probably prioritize. What did a level 2 snake do again? Hold up, hold up.
10 damage instead of 5.
10? Actually, yeah, snake is fine, yeah.
Yeah, Snake is the better unit. It's the more important one, so probably level that one. So I will note something that's been lacking with your Badger play is that Honey Badger is really good. Like that's the one time you should actually be buying honey, so you probably would want to learn that one.
You mean one of 2 times, right?
No.
Yes. Holy shit, I found him. Wow. Um, I don't think we go for cow, right?
So Cal is actually so good that you can still buy it on tier 6. Like it's 6 stats.
Wait, no, the
Yeah,
cow's gonna
don't do
delete the
that.
chocolate. I do this every time. There's so
Yeah.
many sets, so I was like, fuck. Okay,
Well, you
well.
caught it. That means you're improving.
Yeah, that's because I'm not like people panicked right now, at least.
Yeah, that is the other thing, which is gonna be much harder. Like, I don't know if I can coach that. Is that you need to like chill out a bit and set.
It's time to pop
Is
some
like
bennies, everyone. Wahoo!
honestly, I would talk to Hop. Hop is like the only person I know of in the scene who's like a good mentality coach. He was able to fix Dune in their championship season. He was able to fix Rex in that same season.
So what you're telling me is Makoto can't fix me, but Hop can fix me.
I can maybe fix gameplay. I definitely can't fix mentality. I think Hop is the only person I know of in the scene who's like good at doing that.
Okay. Team-wise, is this okay?
Good enough.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah. So I like putting honey on Badger. If you, oh, that's pretty scary. Wait, oh, still fun.
Holy shit. We found the guys.
Oh.
Ka-chow. Gonna go ahead and buy this. Then we sell this. Then we buy this. What do you do?
Well, I would have probably bought the pizza and then done this because that ends on perfect gold. But if you now that you've done this, I would probably just roll after taking the milks because I think you can do better than. Well, can you do? Maybe it's fine to just take Mammoth. This is also like an instance of a time where you should be looking at their board like, oh, there's a tiger and a croc, and thinking about what am I gonna do about this?
I'm fucked. Oh wait, then I could just back Mammoth, right?
Yeah, that seems like a good solution.
Okay. I'm gonna um this is okay. I feel like I probably want
Again, this is
this.
a decision where I wouldn't worry too much about it. Like in a set, you don't have very much time. I feel like constantly running out of time is one of your bigger issues, and so
Don't talk to me.
and so to fix that, if a decision like it seems really close, just pick one and move on. It doesn't really matter that much. Why is a pill frozen?
For him.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that's fine. Never mind.
Um
I mean, once you pill the mammoth, that seems like one of the best possible replacements. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, freeze rolling Ka-chow. I think this is okay. We are going to lose. Actually, is this better?
I think you're getting stuck on the Badger in the front a little bit. You can just put Badger fourth, and that like makes a lot of things easier.
But this doesn't clear anything. Oh
Um,
wait, it does. Hold up, that's a 10.
it
Hold
gets
up.
there eventually. Like the
Okay.
snake with the deer gets there. But yeah, it's good to think about that. But I think they add up to get there, so it's fine.
Wait. Oh, Mother of God.
Oh, that's not what I thought the board was gonna look like.
Can I go ahead and fill the
Oh yeah, that
mammoth?
seems sensible. And then
And then I'm gonna melon the boar, right?
that makes sense to me.
And then we buy the cow.
Yeah,
And
sure,
then we juice the boar.
sure.
And then we sell the cow. We go tiger snake.
Seems reasonable.
Or we could go tiger boar. Wait, pause champ. I feel like I don't remember. I can't math it. Wait, 15, 25. This clears, I guess. And we want to try to take this out before. Okay, I think this is fine.
Yep, this looks good to me.
Okay.
I mean, like that turn, I didn't even need to tell you anything. Like, I feel like to be honest, like so far these games, most of your ideas have been fine. Like, just focus on like buying good. Uh oh.
Where the fuck is this team going?
Oh, you're still tied
Gah.
somehow.
If we actually had a honey on this, we would have won like 20 turns ago.
Yeah, Honey Badger is pretty nice because it like allows you to run it in the back.
Do I what the fuck? I would
So late game
probably
is where things get kind of complicated. This is where your like constant overthinking is actually probably an asset. Like because you need to look at their late game is where like let's say like turn like when the boards are like set, then that's when you can look at like because you know this board is probably gonna stay like fairly similar, right? So now you can look at the board and be like look at exactly like okay, how do I defeat this rhino? How do I like and think more about that.
Can I melon the badger?
Um, sure, seems reasonable enough.
Yeah. Roll. Um Mainly looking for level 2. Oh shit. Fuck yeah. Can I do it?
Yeah, like I said, just play. I'll point out things if they look sus.
Sorry, I'm used to always asking because when Violet was coaching me, I would do things. She's like, I was like, oh, my bad. Um,
I
she'd be
think
like,
in coaching, it's more important just let them play. Like if they make a mistake, that's fine. You explain why the mistake is wrong, and then you move on.
Wait, question. Is it bad if I do this?
I mean, that seems like a pretty good solution to the rhino. Yeah, so that's good to me.
Okay.
So like this is where like you're like strong. Like most low seeds don't notice these type of things. So like your overthinking is like an asset sometimes. You just need to use it like when the boards are set, not like use it early game.
Great asset. Great asset. Okay. I think this positioning wise is
Well, you have 2 more gold,
fine.
so do that first.
Oh yeah. I no flies. Uh oh, wait, hang on. Shroom deer. Yes.
Yeah, that looks
Good?
pretty good. Yeah, that seems
Okay,
fine.
good job.
ASF, it's a valid concern, but I think this is probably the only way you can win.
Yeah, get fucked. Okay, GG's.
Alright. If you want to keep going, then there's plenty of people in the queue. Oh, wait, this is.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright,
I
Tiger,
also
you are up.
also not to like self promo, but I will also be playing stuff tonight, so I'll probably like around like 8 to 8:30 call it, so I can like take a short break before I do like 1v1s until midnight.
EDT?
CDT. So I'm
Uh,
1 hour behind you.
no, I'm also CDT these days.
Wait, you are?
Yeah, I moved to Texas. Yeehaw.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh my gosh, we're in the same time zone. Oh, because I think when you scheduled, you put it in EDT, so I was like, oh okay, I gotta convert
I'm
and
just
everything.
used to using EDT as the default for everything in SAP now, so.
Damn.
Alright,
Yeah, I
is
can play
Tiger
for like
still
another
here?
hour.
If Tiger is not still here, is Dune still here?
Dune. Oh, Dune was okay. Okay, I heard your fucking ranking stream, Markoto, and I'll have you know, okay, even though I like broke even, all the games that I lost were literally by the single like last game of the set. So even though I kind of threw some games, okay, it wasn't like I got 3-0. The only time I did was because of Dune, but everyone gets Dune on at
I
least
don't
once.
remember. Well, I don't understand what you're. I don't. What did I say to deserve this?
What do you mean? What'd you say to deserve it? You're like, egg is bad. I was like, listen here.
Well, yeah,
Also,
but I feel like the result, making the sets kind of close, does not change that.
you can't see me. I stared at like the screen at like where Ricardo is, like I'm in the office or something, and I was like, huh, okay. Are we good to play against Golden? Are you fine with this?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't think Freights will play Golden, but you'll probably run into a Golden player eventually.
Can I do duck and then I roll?
Yeah, I prioritize the units that are good. Now you kind of have to buy 2 of them, but oh. So you did get punished this time for not buying the ant, but he was correct on average. I promise. That is the problem with coaching in SAP, is that a lot of the time the wrong plays actually ends up being better, but like it was the right play on average.
I don't know what the right play is here.
Uh, hmm. Hear me out. It's fatherly packages.
Nah.
What? My return to dwarves is going better than my return to SAP did. I'm surprised you can still find games, to be honest.
Oh no, the dog summons. Oh, it's Hop. It's hopping time.
Okay. So you should very rarely buy more than 3 species of pet in the early game. Because, like, yes, this is a pair, but the thing is, you could have also got a pair for 3 gold cheaper. So why are we selling this duck instead of just buying one of these guys? What's the thought process?
So I can go fish and then roll down to see if I hit triple fish or triple horse.
Yeah, but like, I guess this is a common misconception. You get another shop slot next turn, right? So the odds of getting a 1-drop don't actually go down that much, and then you also add a bunch of good 2-drops to the pool. So you don't actually want to roll on 1 that much. Like, so you'd rather just buy the fish or the ant here, and then just save the duck for next turn. And then you also get to get like 1 or 2 stats.
Okay. Mm,
Golden is a strange and degenerate pack, so I'm not going to worry too much about Golden specific positioning. You can worry about it once you actually play a Golden player. The nice thing about Team Tour is you can generally know in advance what your opponent is going to play, so.
yeah. Usually, if they don't tell me, I will very politely ask to emotionally prepare myself.
Well, I feel like it's pretty reasonable
Yeah.
for an opponent to not tell you, but like you could just ask your captain. Your captain will probably know. Or find someone who knows.
Um. Okay. Viaduct, right?
Why?
So I can double sell onto Swan Badger.
So that's I guess I guess it's not the worst. I guess it's fine, but like I said, you want to be prioritizing buying things that are like good, that are like really good, not just things that are like okay. So this duck is kind of just okay. So I'd probably rather just buy the badger, buy the swan, and roll.
Badger, Swan. And then we roll. Good. Um. Do ba ba. Um. Freeze Spooter. Roll.
I think it's either sell horse for spider or just skip the spider. I'm fine with either. I think you should be considering, okay, how much board space do I need here? So you have this badger taking up 1. You have the fish and the swan. You probably need 1 more board slot to put more fish and swans onto. So you can fit this spider, but I don't know if it's that much better than just having a level 2 horse. So I'd probably rather just roll.
Okay.
Okay, that's probably better than a level 2 horse.
God is telling me we're taking the L, but that's okay.
Okay,
Good.
so you're also seem to always be putting Badger first, and while Badger first is pretty good, you should keep in mind that putting it in the back is also like fine. And that's one reason like putting honey on Badger is really good, because then you can put it in the back and then actually win fights instead of drawing them.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear that, ASF. Unless you're in my conference, in which case you should stop watching.
I should get the fuck out of here. Hey. Oh, I found him. Can I do it?
Yeah.
Nice.
So for now, I think your win rate will probably go up if you just buy honey on Badger when you see it.
See, Honey Badger is what everyone else does, and I'm not like the other girls. Honey Sheep.
But you get to buy honey and have it actually be good. It's perfect.
What do you mean actually be good?
I said what I said.
God damn it.
It works that one time. I feel like it's really bad in like every other instance.
No, it's worked multiple times. Thank you very much.
I can only think of one time when it like was actively beneficial to have the honey on the sheep. Every other time it like kind of works, but like it didn't make you lose the game. It certainly wasn't helping.
Okay, listen. For someone who is like a very low seed, not knowing how to play like non-mirrors, turtle pack, I was cooking. Okay, let me think. I
So I
think this
will point
order's
out one
okay.
big thing here is you should have sold the horse for one of these guys, probably this one, because you're gonna have to sell the horse next turn anyway, right? To make room for all these guys. So you may as well sell it now. I think you just
Okay.
didn't notice, and that's fine, but just something to keep in mind.
I was busy defending my honor, Mubby. Oh,
IB.
wait.
Okay, well, it didn't work out this time, but
No. Okay. Big. Oh shit! Look at all these tear ups. Yo.
let's say that's an
Wait.
above average shop.
Okay, hold up. I'm gonna sell horse now
Good.
because I want the buffs to be good, right?
Yeah, that's great. It's a good thing to
Do
notice.
we? I feel like deer would do a ton of damage here because the team is small, right?
It's close. I think whale is too good, and you take whale anyways because it's also being buffed by snail, right? So like I said, you
Mm.
want one big dumb guy, and so a 4/10 body is a lot nicer to buff than a 1/1.
Hey. Do this then. Let's fish it. Yeah, let's sell it. And then there's no need for a skunk or a parrot technically, so we could just go separate swans, or we could just early tear up and run a 4 squat this time.
Well, you don't
But
have
I
to take
think
the tier up, right? You can just just take separate
yeah.
swans.
Okay. Yeah. Send it.
Well, why are
Wait.
you eating the snail? Yeah, eat
I
the small
fixed
guy
it.
instead. Good.
Okay. Ka-chow.
Porter, I think she's learned an okay amount, but honestly, the bigger thing is that I feel like she's just been playing much better than I was expecting.
And you were expecting.
Hey, I
Oh, the
watched her sets last
bee!
season.
To be fair, also, I probably should have said this to like take my stonks, but my stonks were already low. I haven't played SAP like competitively or like super brain full on since season 9 ended, so it's been a few weeks.
Well, you seem to be
Um,
playing better, if anything, so.
Yo, SAP vacation was worth it.
So
Okay,
why are we freezing pill? Yeah, that doesn't really seem like the best food here.
because I'm full of anxiety. Anyways, roll.
Yeah.
I'm rolling it.
Yeah, you're pretty much only rolling for Badger and Garlic here, and that's fine. Where's my VIP? I added it. It shows up on the screen. This is a issue for you.
Badger.
There is a Badger. There's also a Garlic.
Oh shit. You could have had a level 3 swan or snail, excuse me.
I think I'd
Garlic
rather
on
just have the Garlic and the Badger.
Marcoda, what's your take on garlic powder?
I don't use it myself because I'd rather just use fresh garlic, but it serves a reasonable purpose.
I see you're a Scooty fan. Gah. No.
I guess in some recipes where you're like trying to use it as a spice, it makes more sense than like just fresh garlic. But in most recipes, I feel like fresh garlic just makes more sense. All right, so you should pick the best unit on your board and just buff that unit. I would say probably the whale. You could argue for the badger. Either one's fine. Just make sure you're buffing that one unit. The other reason you really want to be buffing one unit is because that leaves as many slots open as possible to sell later for like good 6 drops.
Ah, I see. Can I deer it?
Yeah, I mean that seems very good.
Or
You mean
could do
or?
this.
Why would you
And
do
then we
that?
could do this.
It doesn't even summon the honey.
Yeah, but it's there for extra flavor, okay? If you're bland, just say it. Wait, can I honey the deer? I mean,
Why?
like, what else?
It literally doesn't summon.
Wait, yeah. Oh, wait. It does. I forgot a bus comes out.
Not that it would be good if it did, but it doesn't even summon the honey.
I forgot. Okay, but the deer is the move, right?
Yeah, the
All
deer
right,
is
and I
probably the
just
best thing to have in the whale unless it's level 2.
I just roll for the badger, right?
Roll for the badger, roll for whale, deer, pears. You consider can and then realize that most of the things on this board kind of want to stay, so it doesn't really make much sense. So yeah, pear, deer. So
Okay.
yeah, like I feel like whenever you just buy the good things, your play is just very solid. Like because your other like gameplay fundamentals are great. You're able to notice like positioning things. You're able to um like you know which pets are the right ones to buy. But then when you're in set, I feel like a lot of time you just start buying random stuff. I'm not sure why.
I'm cooking. Sag. Actually, hold up, pause champ. Using my brain here. Um, Probably this way-ish is best.
I like that. I think that looks
Okay.
good.
Should we then next game have me play by myself against Tiger and see if I'm like actually absorbing anything?
Sure if you want. Up
Okay.
to you.
I feel
How do
like
I
that's
earn your
best.
coaching? Well, let's see. You could start by being a VTuber.
Don't say that. Do not do not say that.
All right. Well, anyway, to earn my coaching, you need to be on my team, or you
Or
need to.
be a woman.
No, I wouldn't coach a lot of women in the SAP scene.
Oh my god.
uh,
Misogyny, no.
you need to either be on my team, or you need to be someone who like would be like particularly entertaining to coach, or just like you need to have a set where I really want you to win.
Or you just really
Like
don't
in
want
this
me
case,
to
people
lose.
literally paid like 20, like I think like $50 total to have this happen. So
Can I keep pairing the whale?
I
At
mean that
8, it's
seems
okay.
good,
It's
yeah.
okay. At
You're
9
still
is
on
when
tier
it's
4.
not good.
Yeah.
Um, Thoughts on freezing pill going turtle?
Yeah,
Question
turtle
mark.
looks really, really good. And
Okay.
I do think it makes sense to sell the snail for it.
Do we want to? Actually, no. I feel like the deer is best for now, but I think here is okay
I actually the
because it's
garlic
so.
is probably better than the melon right now, so that's fine, yeah.
Okay. Um, it sucks because I'm losing a slot to chocolate, but it's okay. I think Badger's gonna go soon, right?
Um Probably. It ended up being the worst unit on your board.
Sag. Wait, would
Anyway,
you?
jokes aside, Porter, like you can ask me if I feel like coaching one day. I might be down, but I don't
Might.
like coaching that much, so I wouldn't expect much.
God is so real. Can I do it?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Yeah. Okay. Question. Can you melon Orilla and then it summon its coconut later? Does that work?
It works, but like it's kind of hard to set up. Like the most common way to do that is like you melon it and then you make it get hit by something with 21 attack, because then it takes a little damage.
I
Then
see.
it use the coconut. However, in this case, you should probably just buy the unit that's actually good.
Can I melon? Can I sell the badger?
Well, I feel like there's no reason not to just pill onto the whale. You know the whale's staying, and
Isn't the
melon
garlic
is
better on
better.
whale?
It's better right now, but like again, that's one of your big things. You need to prioritize long term, unless it's like makes a really, unless like it's like really bad short term. Like right now, this is like still fine short term. It's like way better long term. So you should just do that.
Is it okay?
Yep. Well, it looks fine to me. That is the better
Okay.
unit.
Um.
Don't do it. I see where your mouse is going. Don't do it.
Why?
That
What do
is.
you think? What do you think I'm about to do?
I think you were gonna buy the pair, and you should not do that.
I was actually gonna go for the garlic, but that's
That's even
okay.
worse.
Roll.
Yeah, like, oh, why would you consider either of those things? I do want to understand your thought process.
Because they're not doing that much attack, and the Swan can like possibly get like 2 hits instead of
Yeah,
just
but
one.
like, so like, yeah, that might be good for like one turn, maybe, but like, you can roll and find things that are good both now and later. Like
God is
Ragnarok stuff. That
real.
stuff seems a lot better.
Holy shit. Fucking balls. Okay, the game plan here is actually later we're going to sell Badgie, double Choco on I feel like Fly is better, and then buy sell cow end on turkey.
Sell, buy. Oh, yeah, that works. Yeah,
Okay, cool.
sounds
I
good.
didn't calculate any of the gold math on that. I'm glad you did.
Oh, I assumed you did because it works out perfectly.
Damn, I'm
Maybe you just
just
have the
goaded.
instincts.
It's called being Asian. Let's go. Oh, shit. Fuck. Oh, actually, no, we're okay. No shits,
Yeah,
no fucks.
your board doesn't look that amazing, and then you realize that a fly is a 2020.
Wait. Do this first, just to see if we get anything.
Now, I will say, I
Mammoth?
think leveling turkey was the best, but it's fine. It was, like, good enough.
Eh. Bye. Sell. Juice. Juice. Why are my Discord notifs going crazy? Up here. Yeah. And then I don't think we take any of these, right?
I mean, Mammoth is one of the better things you can buy right now. You're at the point in the game where you don't need to keep your board open right now. So I think I like sell Swan for Mammoth, but it's like not that big of a deal. I think like
I feel like,
like you're probably gonna win
yeah.
this fight anyway. So keeping Swan for a turn is like fine. I just think Mammoth is one of the better things you would want to buy anyway.
I feel like I would want more Swan Gold so I can as quickly have like the opportunity to level whale or turkey more. Or
That's
to buy
fine.
equipment. Okay. Look at that. Okay.
Wow,
Send it.
reasonable enough.
Oh. Eggie's Asian, unexpected Asian reveal. Yeah, I talk about it quite a bit. I am Malaysian Chinese, if people didn't know that already. But I was born in the US, so diluted.
Yeah, she's calling all of you fake fans for not knowing that.
I did not say that. Okay, go ahead and level whale. Or
I
actually,
think
no, we should level turkey, right?
yeah,
That was
level
your
turkey
priority.
makes more sense.
Okay.
Makes
Oh,
more stats.
yo, stonks. And then we just buy, right?
Yeah, looks good.
Okay, and then do we want to try to go for level 3 fly? I mean, if it's just there, there's no other equipment here. It's a good ending break
Yeah, but you
point. We
could
could.
also just roll for things like whale or like steak or melon that are like really good. Granted, melon isn't actually that amazing here because pack 4 doesn't have any snipes, but like in a pack 1 beer, it'd be really good.
What did a durian do? Oh, okay.
Yeah, durian would qualify as a reason to start buffing something else. Like I would have probably buffed fly instead, but whatever.
Hey. We could still swan for cow, but I do like. Whoa, God is real. Okay. I think steak is a reasonable one for swan.
Yeah, it's not. Well, you're probably selling Swan, right? Like Swan is good, but you don't want it to be on your board at the end of the game.
Hey. So, but steak is good maybe
Yeah,
on
but Steak would be fine on one of
fly.
those guys. So I
Okay.
also think you probably just win anyway. But
For
whatever.
chow. Do. I can't believe people didn't know I was Asian. I was like, huh. Oh, hang on, little dude.
So that's something you probably want to do something about. Well, you would if there was a next turn, but there isn't.
Yeah. Eat shit. Just kidding. GG's, dude.
All right.
Okay.
How many games do you have time for? I need to want to not debate people who are in the queue.
I could probably do like how many more? Just two? Just two, three? I
There's
could do
two
both.
people in the queue.
Yeah, I could do
All
both of
right.
them and then
Sounds
call
good.
it. We'll check there. All right. Good luck, Tiger.
I guess I need to come up with some overall takeaways, so I'll do that while you play this turn.
Oh my gosh. Taking notes. He's writing notes. What a good student or teacher. Or
I mean, like I said, you're playing fine. You just like need to just buy good things. But the problem is, in all of your sets last season, you tended to like panic and start buying like weird things.
I guess it's
So
like because I don't know what are the good things, quote unquote, and also there's just too many situations I hadn't been in before. I am so fucked. Hello? Hello?
all right, so in
Divas.
these situations where you're
Divas.
only rolling for one thing, it's usually better to just pick up good cell pets. Because like the
Okay.
odds of hitting exactly one thing aren't very good. This is probably a
Okay.
bad habit that Kelby taught you. Because
How'd you
Kelby also
know?
likes because Kelby does this all the time and it's really bad.
Hey. Because normally I would have just sold Beaver gone for one of the doubles I saw earlier, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
well, you don't need to
not.
sell Beaver, right? You can just combine the pigs, but
Yeah, I guess, but I guess it is a throw round anyway, so it's like fine. Nothing to people panic about.
anyway, you say you don't know the good things, but I feel like you do. Like I don't know, you've been making whenever I've told you like whenever you've been buying mostly correct things this game. I've just had to steer you away from a few like weird buys. Like so just like don't buy things off curve and uh focus on long term. And I feel like your play just improves like by a very large margin.
Okay. Stressed. Okay. Uh, God hates me.
I
Okay, we'll
mean, this
do
is like a decent
this.
shop.
I feel like I guess there's like an argument to keep pig on because the stats are there, and it's not like I'm like selling in order to tear up anything necessarily.
I mean, yeah, like none of these things really make that much sense to buy. I feel like, well,
Yeah.
you should freeze the pill because you need it for Spider, right?
But you're not supposed to backseat me this time. This is all no
Oh, I
thoughts, head
see.
empty. Wait, I guess this is
I'll
fine-ish.
make
We'll
sure
just
to not talk until after you play your turn.
Are you able to do that? Because I have had some people who've coached me. Because I had coaching from like a ton of different people in the SAP scene, and some of them like just see me do things that are so wrong they can't hold back. They're just like, I gotta tell her this is
I
not the
watched
move.
all of Kitan's sets last season. I think I can manage.
I see. Okay. Let's go ahead and I think this one's better
ASF,
to
I don't
sell.
think so. I think the Peacock wouldn't have helped enough with tempo to make it worth it.
Mother of God, let's go, Kerchow. Should have sold this earlier. That's okay. So, dude, unrelated story. Wow, Kodo's not allowed to coach me. Kobe fucking went to bed last night and he was like, "Yo, Egg, I almost inhaled a spider. I just breathed and I felt it rolling towards me." And I was like, "What? Did you kill it?" And he's like, "No, why would I kill it?" And I was like, "You're just gonna go to sleep like that? That's not the kind of protein you should be eating." Most terrifying dude bro shit I've ever heard. I'm just gonna go to sleep with a spider crawling around. Um, we actually should position like this. This isn't kind of bad because there's a camel, but it's fine. I trust this dog.
So
Do
I feel like the dog would have been able to defeat the camel if you put him first, but you didn't. Okay, you got there anyway, but
Yeah, trust.
I think the other thing this turn is you were actually right to not sell the pig early on. You want to have gold later because gold is more valuable when you spend it on high tier units. But
Mm.
you ended up having to sell the pig. Okay, yes, I do need to ease off on roasting Kitan. I do it way too often.
Wait, have the oh, interesting. We don't have nothing to buff you with. That's okay. That's a cool thought right there.
That's a fixable
Look at
problem.
look at all these sheep, but look at all those heart pets. I think I feel like deer is just typically a good buy, especially since we hit it so early. Hippo only works if it kills things. Actually, just kidding. I want to hippo it. I know hippo is like a lower seed move, but I do enjoy it. I think he can chomp because if he has 8, then you're eating shit. And then we can eat 2 people. I like it. Chomp chomp.
All right, so there's an example of like overthinking the round. Like, sure, the hippo might be better this round. It hits the breakpoint to kill Badger, but there's a couple problems. First of all, deer also does that because it's a 5/5 with chili. And secondly, the deer is way better like on subsequent turns. Like your main issue is you play way too hard for like, oh, this turn this is better, but you need to think about the long term. But in general, you should defer to just buying the pet that's like generally good because that'll be good for like longer.
I see. Feel like I want a mango pill so that way both the dodo and the dog. Actually, the dog doesn't really need stats because since I don't have multiple of it, it's not guaranteed he's gonna be hanging around. It's not very gold efficient though. But if I pill it, wait, what tier is a dog? Wait, gives a tier 3 pet? Dog is a tier 3. Wait, can I just pill you and see what's inside? No, you fucker! You're outie. Goomba. Goomba.
All right, so
Oh,
why did we buy a peacock on tier 3? Peacock is not a tier 3, or not a peacock, a flamingo. Why did we buy a tier 2 pet on tier 3?
because I forgot what tier we're on.
Well, yeah, you need to be paying attention to that.
Okay. I feel like actually I feel like this is okay-ish. Eh.
Why did LG put you against Freets? I feel like it just doesn't make much sense.
What were you expecting for 50 to go against him?
I think that would make a lot more sense, yes.
I have no idea. I think it was a potential that it could have gone that way. Hang on, my brain is cooking. Yes, yes. I think this is fine. Roll. Roll. Um, a snail. Kind of want to let go of dog, but maybe that's not so bad after all. Maybe kind of like juicing him. We're doing this.
Yep,
Whoa.
this turn was perfect.
Yay. I have an idea. I know that Fruits is one of the options that they're thinking about putting me against. I usually don't talk or help organize matchups at all, but just because I know 50, I was like just trying to advise between the two of us which was worse. Just to give perspective, and that's about all I could do. No, Sag.
Well, if 50 is like way better than you and I don't know, then that would make some sense, but I don't think that's the case.
He
In which case
is
I feel like
not.
you're a lot more likely to get nervous and somehow find a way to lose to Freets.
Yeah. Um, Skunk's not really gonna help me much, I don't think, because Cam was gonna fuck it up anyways. Turn 7. This is technically okay. Is a turtle going to help? Not really. I don't think so. So we should just focus on juicing this dude, because I feel like you're gonna stay longer. Yeah, I should just focusing on juicing one dude.
Alright, so skipping this turtle is also an example of like your common problem, which is like, yeah, the turtle isn't that. Well, okay, so for one thing, your overthinking is often just not correct. I feel like turtle would be very good here. It like lets you get another attack with your high attack dodo. But regardless, the main problem is that even if turtle wasn't good here, it'd be insane like later, so you would still want to take it.
Okay. We definitely want this for like a tier up eventually. And then just juicing these dudes is fine. I feel like a whale is good to bring on board as well. Um, if I decide to trade out Hippo because the stats will catch up. I should have done it this turn, but that's okay. I'll figure it out.
I think the whale is not right because you just don't quite have enough board space, right? Like, think about what you're putting on board next turn. You have this giraffe, you have the snail. Like, you just can't quite fit this whale on.
Mm, I was gonna combine snail.
Yeah, so then you combine the snail and you buy the giraffe, and then what?
I was gonna combine the snail and then buy the whale.
Mm, but like, that doesn't really make sense, right? You already have a unit that's better to buy. You would have to like
Mm,
freeze roll it forever, but then like at that point you may as well buy the unit that's good instead.
I guess. Okay,
Well, in
let
that case, so like
me
why not just buy it now? Like just combine the snails, buy the giraffe.
and then roll, roll. Whoa, God is real. Might as well, right? Because
Well, I'm not
we're
supposed to be
kind.
talking, so
We're, I feel like, well, I guess it's not like too late to back up. But I feel like we're too far in. I'm just gonna
yeah,
commit.
I would say at this point the hippo is probably staying on your board, and so leveling it just makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, ka-chow. Um,
Aaron, I disagree, but also even if that was the case, I feel like I should not tell Eggie that because I feel like in most situations taking the turtle would be correct there.
combine. Yoink. Um, Fly is really, really bad in this situation. Mammoth could be actually. I think now is skunking time. I feel like skunk actually kind of matters because if this is actually no, they're gonna kill it anyways. It'll be fine. Skunk does not technically matter. And these are getting double buff, so that's good. I feel like I feel like a mammoth is nice, but there's just nowhere for it to be like super, super useful. Fly's gonna feed. I feel like mammoth is just a good pet, so I should just buy it and then
Yeah.
roll.
So I think you're
And then
also overthinking positioning a bit. Like, I'm not sure why you said there's nowhere to put the man because you could just put it first. Like, you don't have to have the guy killing the badger up front.
okay. Honestly, then actually whale deer isn't really good here. Part of me kind of just wants to pill the mammoth or whale it so I can eat it twice. Mm, because wait. Actually, no, I just kind of eat shit either way. But then the other dudes are really big. Eh?
I think that's fine.
And
But if you're doing this, then you shouldn't freeze the pill because the whole point of this is to whale them. Okay, why are we buying that?
why are you talking?
Okay, fair enough. My bad.
um, this is what happens when Kelby coaches me too. The further we go in, the more stressed he gets. He's like, "Oh God." um, I think it's turn 9, so actually chocolates do exist. Oh, a cow. Wait, I don't know. Part of me likes the idea of going monkey onto hippo so it can do things and just absolutely fuck people up, honestly, instead of whale mammoth. But like, if I already bought it, I can still change my mind. That's okay, right? Right? Yeah? Yeah? I mean, it's not gold efficient, but like, I'll, f- I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Wait, but then the mammoth has to go in front. Actually, does it? I think we're just gonna stick with this. I feel like monkey's usually a take, but I don't think I can do that right now.
Okay,
A
so you
whale
did
and a
eventually
chocolate.
arrive at the right conclusion that yeah, like you can't really afford. You're on one life. You kind of need to do whale mammoth, so you can't really afford to take monkey. I think the correct play was maybe sell hippo buy cow, but this is also fine.
Well, we're
Sick,
in it
Arnie.
now.
Congrats.
Dude.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I think I think the main issue with the that turn that I can think of is that like I don't really get the logic of I want to buff the hippo so it can start doing things. Like I feel like the thought process needs to be a little more concrete there.
Okay. Um, I'm just gonna tear everything up. Like, do, hup, hup. Nice. Does anyone use new Wolverine? I've never really seen anyone play it, not even in like random lobbies or 1v1s. At this point, we're just kind of cooked as is. But I was just curious.
I think Wolverine is one of the units in the game that's truly a never buy. I think there is literally no situation where you should buy the Wolverine.
What is so does it just do 2 removal, then 4, then 6, or how
Yeah,
does it
it's
work?
like real bad.
I see. Interesting. I'm like looking over at the stream to see if there's any facial reaction. Wait, what does a level 2 mammoth do? Um, I think we're gonna do this. Do skilly doo ba 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 doo. Skilly doo.
All right, so I think that was a
Uh,
mistake. I think if you didn't have anything you could sell on your board, then that would be fine. But like you can sell the giraffe here.
can I?
I mean, why not? I feel like there are plenty of better things you can get than a giraffe now.
Well, like, hang on, what does a turkey do? Is a turkey worth it?
Probably not. You only
Maybe.
have like one summon.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what else I'm looking for. And it's a kind of chunky unit.
Well, this is where you would
It,
want to look at the pet list and figure out what it is you were looking for.
but the thing is, I feel like I just want to look for equipment because I wouldn't want to sell the giraffe because the giraffe was the thing with like enough stats to keep it going. I guess I could have had a level 2 right there, but like,
I don't know. Like I think again, like sure, a 410 body is like okay right now, but like well, actually, no, that just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know, like, the 410 body isn't that good. Like, for instance, another mammoth in the back would be just as good. It's a 412. And a lot of the tier 6s have, like, pretty similar stats while also having a good ability. So I don't know. I think, like, you definitely should have sold the giraffe for Cal and then bought
mm,
the mammoth and then rolled and tried to find something else to put in.
um, I feel like I wouldn't want to go for a level 2 here. I mean, like, I guess I could, but like,
I mean, why not?
I feel like if I get to live again, I would want to roll down for something like melon and whatnot, right?
That's fair. I suppose. Yeah, that's fine logic. But just keep in mind that normally you should be leveling it. But yes, it is reasonable here that I don't have any equipment. I don't think the extra stats will do anything. Sure. This late in the game, it's okay to start making those kind of like hard decisions. But you need to, but like you need to like not do it early on in the game.
Wait. Dude. A snake, a bitch, back the fuck up. Guh, guh. Yeah, this giraffe, she cooks. She's
Okay,
fucking
so I think
cooking.
one thing that I'm noticing is that like you see the giraffe win the fight, and you're like, oh, the giraffe must be good, but you need to consider like what will happen if you replace it, and like if you put literally any unit there, it does the same thing,
Again.
which I
This
know
dude's
is a
gonna.
harsh truth, but it is unfortunately how it is.
I kind of need to look for a skunk. Is kind of what's happening right now. Um,
So
could
there's another
I?
case where like yes, a skunk would be one solution to the problem, but there are other ones.
How much do you give again? 2, 5. Oh, we are so cooked. Technically, like why not? Why not just make sure we can clear it? Is that the wisest thing? No. Is it a people panic thing? Yes. But could I also actually hold up, let me cook. If I do this, that's like 38, right? So that should for sure clear it in one shot so it doesn't cook too hard. And then hippo in the back for the small dudes, right? Right? So then I don't need this steak. Um,
You're
oh,
overthinking again. So the
okay.
steak isn't that. Yes, you're correct that the steak doesn't do that much this fight, but it's still just a good thing that you should buy.
Oh, shit. Well, I rolled it.
Well, I mean, this is supposed to be the game you're playing by yourself. I'm just throwing an advice here and there after you're done.
Nice. That is an aggressively mediocre hit, but it's not a bad hit. Okay, we're sending it.
I feel like if the pizza was pretty likely to be mediocre, then you should have just rolled instead. It
Right.
is a good find to find the
Yeah.
dodo whale play, though. A lot of other people would have missed it.
Nice you. Roll. Photo, I'm feeling anxious again. I can feel it.
But like, why?
I don't know, because like my brain is like, holy shit, we're fucking cooking. Okay, I want to shroom this dude, but it's gonna cause snake triggers, which could kill my snake, which is problematic. But like, it's kind of juicy. This
Yeah,
is
it's good that you noticed that. So just think through in your head, like, okay, so what would be the benefits? What would be the downsides? And just make a decision.
yeah. Fuck. Technically, this is going to be 40, but this is going to be too big, so we are going to get sniped twice by the dude. If we are on a single life, does it really matter for permanent stats? Could I either boost this so it has a chance to live through two snipes, or I could boost this just to benefit this dude in itself? If it's like final game and we're lethal, I might cupcake it. I know a lot of people don't like to cupcake it, which definitely feels wrong. But like, I could also sell Mammoth. Wait, no, I can't. Shit, I want to Scorp him, but then I have no room for Scorp. Sag. Um, actually, is Hippo doing anything? Actually, no, Hippo's not doing anything. I want to sell Hippo. That's an insanely high stat unit, but it can work, right? Right? No one scream. I got it. I can hear his typing. Oh god. Um, roll. Uh, uh, I could freeze Turtle Pill. That's kind of expensive, or I could just risk it and find another melon. I never find melons. I think we're gonna do this. I think
Okay,
we're
so
gonna
the
die.
biggest thing this turn is that you keep saying stuff like, "Oh, well, other people would say not to do this," or like, "I think this might be bad," but that those are not relevant things to consider. Like, you should just do whatever you feel is the best play. You have to believe it. Like, mental games, ironically, like really important SAP. So like, I don't know. I'm not sure
This
the best way to
hoe!
say it, but
This hoe fucking meloned it. How did you know? I'm so angry. Okay, that's okay.
that's one of those things where like melon is just generally good, so they should buy it, even
GG's.
if they don't actually know what it's gonna do yet.
That's fair.
Okay, it's Pizza Power's turn, and then we'll end GG's Tiger. How's it going? Some progress made, I think. I'm not sure. We had Eggie try playing a game like more by herself, and she kind of reverted to some bad habits, but I think it was overall better.
Reverted sounds so like cursed.
Would you prefer regressed?
I don't know. Both are bad.
Is pizza
But
still here?
I don't know. Wait, let me hang on. Can you stay in call for a second? I'm gonna do something real quick.
Okay. Leave the now on the phone with tech support. That's wild. I'm trying to think of how to fix these issues. So So the biggest thing with Eggie is just reworking her thought process, but that's kind of hard to do. So,
Hello.
hello again.
I arrived back with a content idea.
What?
Currently, Kodo, well, not Kodo, that's you. Kelby and 50 are coaching and they're in the game. So after I play pizza, do you want to do Battle of the Coaches, Kodo Eggie versus Kelby 50?
Sure.
Okay.
Although I don't know if pizza's here, so we could just do it now.
They're in the middle of a game, so we just
Ah,
need
gotcha.
like anyone.
Yeah, but wait, in that case, if we start coaching a game now, then we'll be in the middle of a game.
If we could just rush it just to make ends meet.
Alright, sure. Gaga, go ahead and get in. You need to start your screen share back up.
Oh,
I guess
sorry,
just
Jane.
just do normal timers on this game to keep it relatively short. Did you inform Kelby that we're doing this?
Yeah, that's why I
Okay.
disappeared too. Um, hold up. Fuck, shit, balls. Hold up, hold up. Go back. Friends. Shit. 105, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, friendly reminder, captains, if you have rookies, you should tell them the game settings and also how to report their scores and schedule their sets. Because I don't think all of them know.
You would think it would be self-evident, but it isn't.
It really isn't though, because like even me who like knew about like the team tour stuff, I was like, I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing. So I was like, oh shit, I have to do all this? Okay.
You still aren't screen sharing.
Oh wait. It says I'm screen sharing on my end. Wait, let me try
Did
again.
I just not open it?
Are you cooked? Question mark?
No. Oh wait, there it is. Okay. All right. Yeah, Gaga, go ahead and get in. Yeah, it's just mostly play this one on your own. I'll mention advice where I
Wait.
can, but
Do good luck. I don't think I've ever seen Gaga in any SAP streams, but nice
she
to
said
meet
she
you.
doesn't know what your channel is, so
Ah, okay, okay. That's fair. I hate all of these. Nice. This is better. Do-do-do.
okay. Well, you definitely shouldn't have done that because pairs are way more important than anything else on tier 1. So you should just take double otter, and because you're taking double otter, probably take the mosquito. This is probably a
Yeah,
holdover from Nob, who hates otters, but Nob is bad.
Nav is really good.
Not as good as me.
See, this is another thing that happened. It's like I get different POVs and people will always talk in absolutes, so they're like, never buy this, never do this. So I was like, okay, then this is a consensus agreed upon, never do. But then when I hear like, oh wait, but Kodo said it's okay, but then Violet says I shouldn't do that, but then Kelby says I do that.
Yeah, so
I get
that's
really
why,
confused.
like, you can't. That's what I was talking about earlier. You keep thinking about, like, oh, well, other people told me this was good, but in a set, you don't want to think about any of that. Just think, like, is this good or not? Like, it's an objective thing. If you try and think about, like, what everyone else would think, or, like, oh, people will make fun of you, it just clutters your thought process.
Okay, but like it's easy for you to say you know what is objectively good and just take it, but because I don't know that, I have to like think and logic out. Because otherwise I would just revert back to that tier list, which is objectively incorrect, if that makes sense. So I'm just
Sure,
like,
but honestly, just going off of your personal list is probably better than trying to over things like, oh, but well, this person told me this, and this person told me this, and this person told me this. Like, it's probably
mm,
better to just play how you feel like playing. I feel like your
right.
instincts are actually usually better than your overthinking.
Okay.
Thinking the now you might be wondering how to improve at that point. That's that because like coaching and practice will like train your instincts to be other things.
I see.
But in a set, like you need to have confidence in your decisions. Just go with like your instincts because if you try and like overthink everything, then it just leads to very big problems.
So many problems. Okay. Do, roll. Oh my god, he's so juiced. Um,
I mean, yeah, that's the power of dog. You don't actually have to do anything for him to get pretty big.
I just like the double horse. Literally, every time I see a horse, I think about Hawk, both in real life and in game. Because I just fucking stare at his face whenever he's a VC. It's just like this horse looking at you point blank. And I was like, oh my. Dude. Do you live in a full-on house now, Makoto, or do you live like in an apartment? Don't dox your
I
address.
think it would still qualify as an apartment, but it is a rather large one.
Whoa, bougie. What an upgrade.
Yeah, it was a pretty nice upgrade.
It's gonna have room for a dining room, and there he's just gonna put all the anime body pillows just lined around the dinner table.
I do not
Um,
have any body pillows yet.
really? That's so surprising. Non-derogatory. I should put that in parentheses. Okay, confirm. I mean, I guess you could keep it separate for maximum stats, but like, I want Swan on this board. Hero. G. Double Mingo. Triple Mingo. Oh, no, just kidding. Wait, I don't know how this Dodo train is working, because this is a true team situation, right? I guess if you bust this one, then it's 4 to... It's gonna be like 6 or something. I guess best case scenario is just to do this, then. Wait, no, you shouldn't put these in
Aaron,
front just
you're
in case
right,
you
but
shit.
also, like, I feel like this is not going to meaningfully impact her win rate, and so I'd much rather focus on more important things.
The sheep!
Like, compared to
Fine.
many other larger mistakes.
The greatest mistake of all was simply playing SAP. Smile. Um, do I want to let go of this horse? I guess so.
I would have let go of the swan first, but this is also, like, not terrible.
Hey, in my brain, swans are the longer term play, so I was just taking that
That
into.
is true, I have been trying to coach you on that. However, pairs are also long-term value, so in that particular case, like, the pair was just better in both
Mm.
regards.
Kind of like this garlic. We'll let it go. I need to find something to fill this slot that's a bit better because I don't like bison. I don't like squirrel. I was talking to OG about this in the Knob Violet era. I was told like squirrel is like a never buy, but I think Rekor made some arguments for squirrel. It's just not my kind of thing. But we can do giraffe. If we're gonna giraffe, what are we gonna buff? Swan's kind of small. Dog's kind of like meh. But I always like to pivot out of dog, so it's better to buff the swan in the long term. And then we roll down for a spooter or some drugs, neither of which exists. That's fine.
So I feel like the main issue this turn was that you were like, I need to find something to fill in this slot, but you kind of don't, is the thing.
But
Like,
giraffe is a good one still. That's
yeah,
early
like
on,
it's
right?
fine, but like I don't think it was worth skipping a garlic on a big unit for. Like the garlic on the dog is significantly better. Like arguably both short and long term.
Mm.
Like you don't want to get too attached to I must have 5 units on board because you don't. Sometimes something you can buy is just better than another unit.
Mm. I do run some like small squads, but I guess it just depends. Whoa, bitch, slay. Okay, cool. I guess now. Oh, God is real. Look at all these drugs. Okay, hold up.
Also, I'm
I'll
not
share.
gonna lie, Chad. I feel like buffing Swan is correct, but maybe I'm crazy.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. We're gonna do. Wait, hang on. Am I girl mathing this? No, I have room. I have room for this. Yeah. Okay, okay. Drugs. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then it's gonna be kind of awkward because typically, like, if I spawn a sheep here or something, it'll kind of suck ass. But like, nothing you can really do. We'll put the bigger one in front just in case. Actually, it doesn't matter because there's a whale.
Aaron, accomplish literally anything in SAP, and I'll laugh with you.
Okay, I think this is okay. Oh, um, G, G. Fuck. Okay, that's fine. Um,
Wow, you outplaced me in a fucking Discord bot rank. Try winning any tournament.
hey, I think we go ahead and do this. Or can you get melons this early on? I guess if you get a turtle. but I shouldn't worry about things that I can't see yet. An ox, you're kind of useless this late, not gonna lie, but you know, it's a thought that matters. Let's go ahead and back score. Is back score bad? Do I even make it that far? Hold up. Did we even make it that far down? Where did we die? Yeah, we didn't even make it that far down. So I'm gonna just clear whale with it. Hopefully. Do I need a skunk? Could be helpful. Could be helpful. We could just sell you. And then go skunk. Then we roll. Swan! Oh, we could double skunk. Wait, I kind of fuck with double skunk. Wait, I kind of fuck. Oh, I kind of fuck with this. That's kind of fun. Do I want to sell swan or sell dog? I know for sure we're gonna go big for both of them.
So
Oh,
the biggest thing you need to be paying attention to the turn timer.
I forgot.
However, I think the biggest issue this turn was probably let me think. So the biggest issue this turn was overvaluing the Swan. Like, I think Swan was a reasonable buff target on the first few turns, but once you had a level 2 Ox, that's probably better, right? It's like about the same size, and it has a melon, effectively. So I think selling the Ox is probably a mistake. You should either sell Swan or sell Dog.
Hey. It'd be interesting because they could go front snail to counter the score, or they could like dolphin or melon or something. I feel like if we do this, it clears at least the whale, and then we eat whatever small things in it. I think it's just safer keeping it in front. Do do do. Do. Chocolate. Okay. I think it's probably more valuable to get the skunk tier up first, right? Right.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
It's boar time. Um, boar will be just fine as is right here. Snail's a little too late. We roll. Chocolate. Oh, wait, shit. Fuck balls. I figured it out. Do I want to tier up Swan right now? I feel like I'd rather prioritize guaranteeing the stats from Monkey this turn. And then I'm fine. I'm fine tiering up Swan next turn because there's only only one tier next. So I think this is fine. Or I could sell Turtle, tier up Swan, but then that really doesn't do anything. Yeah, I think this is okay. Roll. Roll. Nice, nicey, 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 nicey. Wait, hang on.
Yeah, this seems pretty good.
Okay.
I feel like the logic was a little weird, but I think it's good enough where it's fine.
Oi. Um, I think probably instead of leveling Swan, then since we found two chocolates, either about to melon or level boar or monkey and sell turtle or swan. We'll figure it out. We'll see what
Yep, I
the
agree.
turn
Both of
looks
those
like.
make a lot more sense.
Go, go, go. Okay, we're cooking. We're cooking. It's fine. Um, let us. Let's just. I like juicing him out of his mind because they can't keep up with that juice scaling. There's a cat,
I
and there's
feel like
also.
Bubbling Monkey was correct, but I feel like the logic was a little weird. You know what? It's fine.
It's it's okay. And then wait. I think Swan can go because the stats aren't that crazy significant. And then we buy cow, we sell cow, we input cat, cat cycling, and then they don't have a skunk, right? Yeah, we're fine. We juice. Should we juice the other dude? Do we need to? No, I should just focus on one thing so I don't run the timer. But that's fine. Ordering is fine. Roll once.
Alright,
Chocolate,
well, you
slay,
should buff
him.
one thing, although I'm not sure the timer factors into it.
Well, it's
But,
because I'm gonna spend too long trying to calculate. I know that M Gods
yeah,
really didn't
that's
like it
fine.
because I had to always look at the replays because I can't remember when things die, nor can I calculate it fast enough by just looking at it.
Yeah, I do think you put way too much stock into, like, looking at breakpoints. Like, that only really matters, like, towards the end of, at your level at least, that only really matters, like, way
No,
towards
you
the end of the
ho!
game.
But my fucking team. Okay. It's fine. Just be better, Smile. We do this. We do. I was really worried I was about to accidentally pill there. Um, let's go ahead and. Actually, do we need to do that? No, it's perfectly fine. Even if there's like one trigger there, I think the better thing is. Well, the snake is probably always going to be behind Dodo. So I feel like we could sell cat, go mammoth. Cause it's totally fine if you eat shit, if you eat shit. Actually, no, mammoth is bad because we want the monkey to keep buffing boar. So we just do this, I think. Okay. And then do we fly it? Fly bad? Fly bad? I don't know if fly is helpful. I think I'd rather just mammoth.
Okay, so I think you did arrive at the correct conclusion that Mammoth is better than Fly, even if you don't put it in the front. I personally think I would put it in the front because, like, it's probably sticking around, so it's okay to buff the Mammoth instead of the Boar.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let me think of other things. The
No, I'm so
darn.
sad. He was so juiced.
The other issue I can think of is that I don't know why you even considered not pilling the turtle. You keep saying something like, "Oh, do I need to do this?" And I don't really know what you mean by that. Can you like elaborate on that when you're like are saying that in your thought process?
um, I think when I was debating whether to pill turtle or not, I was like, oh, but if I keep the turtle in front in case there is a scorpion, then it soaks up that effect, right? And then the melon can stay to actually beat something else up, right? Instead of wasting the melon on just the scorp, and then my pet is just exposed to another pet that has
So
melon, if that makes sense.
I think. So the issue with that logic is that although that might work out short term, that's like really bad long term. Like again, like you're focusing too much on like, well, it might work better this one fight, but like in the long term, you would much rather like not have a turtle on your board. You'd much rather
I
just
guess
have a
that's
melon.
true. I don't want it to take up a board space and everything, right?
The other issue is that you can also fix this problem by just not having the boar in the front. I guess you're assuming that the boar is locked there because of monkey. So I guess I need to like clarify a bit. When I say you should buff one unit, this is specifically like in the early mid game. The whole because the reason you should do this is because you need your unit big enough to value trade their big unit, and
Mm.
you want to be able to pivot the rest of your board. But if your board is already like pretty set, then that doesn't really matter anymore, right? Because like
Mm.
your board is staying. So at the end of the game, I think like turn at least on the final turn, you probably should have put something else front. Like I would have probably put Mammoth first at that point.
Wait,
But
would Mammoth have fixed it though? Wait, hold
I
up.
don't think so. But this is more of like a general thing. I think
General.
another important thing in SAP is like to not think so much about the results. SAP is like really like random, right? So like you a lot of the time a game is just not you can make like a play and it's just not gonna quite work out how it's supposed to. Like in this case, I think Boarfront actually worked out better, but I
Mm.
think it's more of like a general thing. Like your thought process was weird because you assumed like, okay, Mammoth absolutely or Boar absolutely has to be in the front, and so that led you to consider some very strange plays when like you need to be a little more flexible. So I guess they
I
like I'm
guess.
trying to think of like how to break this into like useful takeaways. And I guess like it's kind of the same thing like me and Violet and a lot of other people said last season. Like just don't overthink. Just do the play that like is the best like across the game. Don't even
Okay.
like don't think so hard about like how exactly the fight went.
Okay. Do you want to do training timers against 50 and Kelby?
It's up to you guys. I don't care either way.
Okay. We'll do training timers. Um,
So am I supposed to be coaching you here actively
yeah.
or okay. Then yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's see if chat has calmed down a bit.
Were they raging? Were they like, why didn't you tell her this? Why is she
They
bad?
were
What
like
was this
pissing me
move?
off.
Do-do-do. But yeah. Right now, if you're wondering what's happening, 50 and Kelby are also within the team core training. So it works out that me and Kodo had our training session now, so we could do Kelby 50 versus me Kodo, since 50 and I are technically the same seed. But 50 is a lot newer than I am. But I think he'll probably surpass me as the season goes on. Do- Rage, rage, riot, riot. That's what the Yoki chat looks like whenever a set happens.
Chat, I think it's important for all of you to remember that I am way better than all of you. You need to calm down a bit.
I would
Except maybe
love
Tangle. I'll concede that Tangle is of similar skill level.
I would love to see one day, like forget hand and brain and everything. I want to see a tournament that's just like the battle of the seventh seeds. Like just a
Well,
ton
there
of
already
idiots
was
going
one
at each
before the
other.
season. You could have entered it.
Really? There was one?
It wasn't only 7 seeds, but it was like 4 seeds and below.
Okay, there was a significant difference between me and a fourth seed. That is not the same flavor,
I
okay?
guarantee you, you definitely could have beaten a number of the people in the tournament.
God, okay. Alright. You all ready? Question mark? Do. Alright. Um Kodo, you're always a one seed, right? Or do you ever drop down to like second seed?
I've never been not a 1 seed.
Damn. What a flex. It'd be pigeon pig here, right?
Seems fine, yeah. I still think it's probably more important to like actually improve as opposed to beat Kelby and 50, unless you want to prioritize that.
No,
But
that's fine.
then yeah, in that case, I would recommend just playing normally, and I'll just talk to you as you go.
Okay.
No Tangle, I was never a 2 seed in Team Tour. I
To
also
be
got
fair,
I also placed third in my second tournament. So the only time I was ever bad at SAP was my very first tournament.
do we go for double fish because it's a double right in front of us or no?
Yeah, because it's a pair.
Okay. Fish. Freeze. Um Back pigs win. Okay. Freeze.
Looks good.
Oh my gosh.
Trying to decide if this is better than bumbling. I think it's probably better.
I feel like the grumpy describes you and the noobs describes me. This is like the even the even split.
Sure, sure. No membership. No membership is based. The membership does not offer enough for me to justify paying $2 a month.
I'm a free to play player on nearly everything. Can I buy these to you?
I mean, yeah, seems good. Like I said,
Um,
we're trying to prioritize improving here. Just play. Like it's much more
okay.
important that you just like do your normal thought process so I can figure out like okay what's going wrong.
This is okay, right? We can combine fish. Okay. we're just gonna, oh, and
Yeah.
then, whoop.
There's a bit of an exception to what I told you, which is that like pairs are the most important. Specifically, 3 pairs is pretty awkward. Like you don't like you end up with just not quite enough board space to use all the different stuff. So I
I,
would have probably rolled 3 times instead, but this is like fine.
my logic here was it would be okay because these are all soul pets, so at least some value comes out of all of them, especially because we have pigs to compensate for the gold, right?
Could you say that again? I didn't quite catch it.
So normally this is bad because it's awkward. Like, are you gonna hit them or are you not? And then if you do, some will be just random pairs left over. But it should be fine because you can sell these next turn if these don't become your triples, right? So that's why I
It makes
combined
it a
fish.
little better here, I suppose, but I think I would still rather roll for triples.
Okay. So I should only have like 2 pairs on board usually.
Yeah, so like you usually want to look for you don't want this is a pretty specific spot. It's like when you have 2 pairs already and you find a third pair, you should probably not take it.
Okay. Wait. What? Fuck. Okay.
Well, I don't like that your first instinct was to apple the fish, but it's good that you caught it and did not do so.
I was trying to unfreeze it. I tried in the wrong direction. So it's
Oh,
okay.
as long as it
Uh, dude, okay. Rabbit, do I go big fish? Can I go big fish?
but why would you do such a thing?
Because what if we get the tier up? I want
But
to.
like you can still get the tier up without buffing the fish.
Hey, I want to buy this. Can I sell Pidge and freeze the breadcrumbs and roll?
I think it'd be better to just buff the rabbit. Like rabbit's fine. It's not ideal, but like a rabbit is a useful unit to have around later on. It gives you a bunch of health. So therefore buffing a rabbit is also like pretty okay. So I'd
So
probably just
sell
apple
Pidge,
rabbit
buffer.
and turn.
Really?
Yeah, I mean why not?
I would have sold Pidge, gone spider, and rolled. Is that bad?
Yeah, so again, this kind of falls under the stats per gold thing. An apple with a rabbit is just pretty good value for tier 2. 3 gold for 3 stats. Now, I guess this doesn't quite fit because, like, well, no, it's good here, but, like, I'm trying to think of how to reconcile this with the fact that cycling ducks and beavers isn't good enough, but apple is. And I think the deal breaker is that, like, apple is on 1 unit. It's like, it's good, it's better to buff 1 unit. That's also why buying pairs is okay when usually spamming random food isn't very good.
Okay. Placement wise, I think this is uh like this. Oh, fish. Here we go.
I should also note that if you did want to take spider, it'd probably be better just combine pig and buy the spider. The gold just works out a little nicer.
Okay. I think this is fine. I'm okay with this. I'm at peace.
And they're roping us. What the heck?
Oh, that was close. Okay. Can we? Is it a bad idea to meat bone a rabbit?
Well, so that's not what the question you should be asking. Like, no, okay, never mind. I'll drop that. Anyway, so I'd say it's good. You want to like, I think the way to think about Meatbone is it's +3 attack, which we were just talking about is pretty good. The problem is that it only works until you replace the food. But if there is no better food to put on the rabbit, which there isn't for a while, then it is just pretty good.
Hey,
On this
because I
tier.
want to try and. Oh shit! Gee.
Yeah, Tangle is correct that the full thought process is you would consider, okay, do I want garlic on this rabbit later? Because if you do, then the meatbone isn't very good because it will go away.
I feel like garlic isn't worth it on rabbit because like its health always outpaces its attack, right? So that's where it's lacking. I guess you could be like, well, if it has super high health and then you have a garlic, it can hit a ton of times. I always feel like it's never enough. If that makes sense.
Well, you arrive at the correct conclusion, but the logic was a little weird. I'm trying to think.
Kodo, can I sell the pigeon, juice the rabbit, and then bring fish on board?
Seems reasonable.
Okay. You-
I'm trying to think of how to best explain that.
Is my
Um,
logic permanently bad, like objectively bad, or is it just very weird compared to everything else?
a lot of your logic is just bad, and I'm
Oh,
trying to think like you need, and so that would be the main thing to fix.
oh God. I wonder if LG is listening. LG, you've got a lot of work to do.
That's a
Let me
weird way to
think.
say Kelby.
Is LG not coaching? Because
I mean,
I
I don't know.
assume
He probably is capable of doing so. He has a mic, but I know Kelby will definitely be down to coach you. So
I feel like Kobe's probably gonna prioritize coaching 50 because 50 is more new at the game. If that
just
makes
coach
sense.
both. I say this while coaching you instead of coaching my own team, but this is specifically a streaming thing. It's fine.
Are you sure it's not VTuber privilege? You just didn't want to talk to an anime girl for a while?
I don't watch any other VTubers, so probably not.
Okay, I think this is good. I think I can forgo Bingo Pill, right?
Yes, because next turn is turn 5, where Mingo Pill stops being good. So
Okay, so Bingo Pill is only good if it's like 4 and below. Oh, hello. That's a. Oh no, the bad placement. Fuck me. Okay.
I think it's good for the mental to remember that positioning is inherently kind of random. You don't know what their board is going to look like, and so a lot of
Mm.
times you can make a statistically good positioning play, and then it just doesn't quite work.
What are your opinions on pufferfish?
It's not great, but like it's fine in a pinch. Like in this case, like the other option isn't much better, so I think Blowfish would benefit a bit more from health from the rabbit, so it's better. This is the kind of
Okay,
decision though where like I wouldn't spend too much time on it. Either of them is like fine.
I'm gonna do this. I want to sell pig to make sure the buff hits. Is that okay?
I think sure. I'm
It's
not
an odd
sure. I
turn.
think like it's fine.
Oh, I feel like whale is fine.
No, Tangle, don't give her any ideas.
Elephant. Oh, you're so right.
Tangle, what have you done?
But it's not bad, right?
It's pretty bad.
What do you mean?
So the problem with Elephant is it only works if you buff it, because like it needs to be bigger and hit multiple times. But in that
So then we
case,
just
like
buff it.
no, but you'd much rather buff a unit that's good instead of an elephant. So like this is again like an example of the whole long term versus short term thing. Sure, elephant is like pretty good tempo right now. It's actually probably better tempo than the whale, but it's really bad long term. It's
So
like
we should
it's one
whale
of the
it.
only units you can buff that's like actively detrimental.
So we should just whale it.
Yeah, you should just buy a whale and roll.
Okay. Um. there's-
Trying to think
uh.
of like because like you
Pearl?
shouldn't go all long term either because then you just get out tempoed and die. You kind of just have to like find the right balance between long term and short term, and that really can only come with experience. So I guess I don't know. This is why I said like I think it's gonna be difficult for me to like fix your thought process because it's kind of hard to like break this aspect down into good thing because like the things your logic is like reasonable, but it's just like you're way overvaluing short term.
Mm. I think it's also a bit, how to say, difficult because, how to say, it's not like there's like branch logic on how to think. Everything is so like variable. But I tend to like be like, okay, if you say this, then it's this, which is really difficult whenever SAP is a very volatile game.
It's weird
Which
because like with most low seeds their issue is that they don't buy the right pets. So you tell them the right pets to buy, and then they improve. But in your case, you're like I don't know how to explain it. It's um like I don't know, you know what pets are good, but then you're like using weird logic about when to buy them.
she's just stupid and confused. Wait, wrong button. Shit.
Oh,
The- um, I guess. Hold up. I kind of want to sell. Well, I feel like Raph is a little too late, but I don't really have any other way to get a lot of attack on the whale.
so again, like you don't want to overthink it. Just like don't buy the raft because it's bad.
Oh, okay. Um,
Like I feel like a lot of your logic like kind of just leads you down bad paths. So like it would probably immediately improve your play to just autopilot buy the best pets. But then you would lose a lot of your like strength. So I'm trying to figure out a good way to balance that.
I feel like you know the Humpty Dumpty like Kid's Tale. I feel like I'm Humpty Dumpty, and all the SAP bros are trying to figure out how to fix me, but it's rough. The case of the unfixable leg.
Chat, you guys are right that she probably should have bought something because she was rolling for nothing, but that seems less important than other considerations that I'm trying to figure out.
Ding.
Um, the problem is currently that you way overvalue short term. Like you buy things explicitly to win the fight or like accomplish one specific purpose in combat. So I guess a good rule to follow would be that if you're buying something, it has to be good in the future. Is like in addition to the short term. Now, once you get down to like late game where there is no future, then that goes out the
there,
window.
there is no future is so bleak. Yeah, it's kind of the last game. It's kind of Jover Kid. It is what it is. Um, nice. Okay.
So like I don't
Um,
know. A lot of time you buy like some random tempo thing. Do the random thing first, by the way.
oh.
Like there's a pretty good chance you hit something much better. Okay, you actually didn't.
Wait, can I juice the fuck out of the pufferfish? I know whale's good. But can I juice the fuck out of the pufferfish?
There's a reasonable argument that blowfish is better. I don't hate it. It does
This is
benefit more from stats than whale does.
this is what got. Oh wait, hang on. I almost bought the cow. Probably monkey's better, right?
Yes, even with the rabbit, like monkey goes over multiple turns.
I almost had a silly moment. I do forget when things are linked that stuff happens. To be honest, because the whale doesn't really pop it out. I probably shouldn't take worm. It's a 2.
Yes, you
I
should
think this
not
is.
take. Okay, yeah, one immediate, like, very easy improvement you can make is just do not ever buy things off curve because it's almost always bad. Once you get better, then you can start figuring out, like, okay, but when should I buy, like, things off curve? But right now, just literally never buy things off curve unless it's turtle or cow.
Okay. Okay. Let me think. I don't know why this is in this position. I guess it's just because it's their biggest unit next to this. So I could throw rabbit into it. Actually, no. This is better, right? There's more triggers here.
It's better short term, however,
Long
but
term
you do
if we
want to
want
notice
big
the
puffy.
monkey. That being
Okay.
said, I think both are staying, so I would prioritize short term here. So, like, I agree that with putting the rabbit first, but it feels like you didn't even notice the monkey, so I wanted to point it out.
Okay.
Trying
I would have
to,
noticed the monkey eventually, surely.
I think, yeah, probably. But the problem is, in a real set, you don't have time to notice eventually, so
I
you need
guess.
to work on that a bit. See, I guess the easiest improvements I can think of to make is just don't buy things off curve because it's almost always bad. And then whenever you're buying something, it needs to it should serve like both it should be good long term as well. If you buy things that are only good for one fight, then you just kind of lose because you're spending too much gold on winning one fight.
Mm.
Ernie,
Okay.
stop giving her ideas. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You don't want to buy that kind of thing where it's like not particularly where it's like good for like a really specific purpose but not generally good.
We're rolling down, right? None of
I
this is
mean, nothing
good.
is good here, yeah, so just roll.
Uh, their team actually isn't that large. It's mainly
Yeah.
they're trying to get the second dodo to pop off, which I guess is okay, so we can roll, right?
Yeah, you look at the skunk, you look and then be like, wait a minute, the skunk does nothing. So then you skip the skunk.
Pair is okay here, yes.
Yeah, buff. So pear is already normally decent to buy anyway, but especially since you have a rabbit, the value of food goes up.
Okay, I think we can do this because you're gonna get juiced anyways. Pufferfish. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
like
Okay,
I
I'm
know this is
content.
coaching, and maybe you wouldn't hesitate on these decisions in a set, but like you need to have more confidence as well. Like sometimes if the play looks obviously right, then it probably just is.
Do-do-do. SAP is a marathon, not a sprint. I guess that's true. But I feel like, on the marathon, how there's a course you're supposed to follow? I like joined the marathon, but I have no idea what the course is. We're just kind of going everywhere with the teams. That's okay.
Let's see. Your instincts on which units to buy is generally good. Like you do a lot of things much better than other low seeds, but there's just a few like really crippling problems. So I'm trying to figure out like easy ways to fix those.
Like my crippling anxiety, but I'm
Well, yeah,
sorry.
that's a hard one. I don't know if I can help much with that. Unironically, I would reach out to Hop. Hop is really, really good at like mentality coaching type stuff. I'm sure he'd be willing to try to help.
Okay. Do- Like Hop, Kodo says I'm depressed. You got anything for it?
Okay, that's not exactly what I meant. It's also worth noting that now that there is a skunk on the board, this is a good time to like split buff units.
I mean, we're kind of already doing that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Between
But
Rabbit
like
and
I
Puffy.
was just pointing out like that's one reason like I'm not saying anything about you buffing multiple units here. The other
Mm,
reason is that they both just happen to get big anyway. So if you have two
mm.
units that are good to buff, then you can buff both of them. But I
Uh,
feel like your first instinct is to do it more often than you should.
okay. Do nice. Okay. I like this fish that's just kind of along for the ride. All right, we do this,
Yeah.
right?
The fish is pretty funny on this board. At the end of the day, like it looks weird, but you haven't found anything worth selling for it, so the fish is 2 gold.
Until now, right?
Yeah.
And then
Probably
snake
worse
it,
than the whale. Yeah, snake.
and then we roll.
I mean, isn't sushi really good with the rabbit?
What turn is it? 9? I think I'd rather go hunting for chocolate, but that's okay. We can sushi it.
Again, like the sushi is significantly better than like what would normally be on this tier because it's a sushi with a rabbit. So it's just probably worth buying.
Okay.
It's a good rule of thumb.
No, shit. Okay, that's fine.
Chat, you are
Roll.
correct, but I didn't think it was important enough to mention.
Can I? No, I shouldn't free sushi. I
Well,
should
I
still
mean, you should,
prioritize
right? Because
chocolate.
it's the good. Like
But chocolate's better.
chocolate is a little better, but like if something, I know what we were talking about. Like you need to roll for the things that are really good, but in this case, sushi counts as really good. Like sushi with a rabbit is way above like the normal stats needed. So it's just good
That's,
enough to buy.
we're letting go of turkey, right?
What would you sell for the turkey?
You would have to sell rabbit, which really sucks, right? Because we
Well, I
juiced
feel
it
like
so
you would
far,
definitely sell the monkey or the whale before the rabbit.
I guess.
So
But then if
why
you
was your
sell
first instinct
whale,
to sell the rabbit? I'm curious.
well, initially I was like, oh, we would sell whale, but then that kind of defeats the purpose of turkey, right? Because I also thought whale monkey would be the correct thing to sell off. But I was like, well, the whale brings a summon, the turkey boosts the summon, so you want a whale somewhere, right?
Okay. Well, in that case, yeah, the conclusion to draw from that would be okay. I guess I shouldn't take these turkeys, but
Yo, we're taking the whale. Yeehaw.
yeah, that seems fine. I'm trying to think of a way to break this down. Um,
Okay. Oh. Oh. Shit. Yeah,
holy.
boy. Oh my god. We don't even. Oh my god. Wait, wait. Can I do it? Can I do it? Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Um, it's kind of weird because we want snakes out, right? It could be a thing to start buffing leopard, to be honest, just to preemptively snipe. But I think if we have snake, it's good enough, right?
Um, I mean, okay, so I think one big thing is that you're thinking too much about like, okay, this unit does X, and so I need like a certain amount of snipes, certain amount of whatever. It's much easier to just break decisions down to, okay, this is how many stats this is worth. So a snake does 5 damage, so 5 attack. A leopard does X amount of attack. It makes it much easier to like compare everything. So, like in
Okay.
this case, yeah, a leopard does about the same amount of attack as a leopard, or the snake does about the same amount of the attack as a leopard. So the snake is better
Mm,
because it's already on your board. I think the
okay.
big thing here is that you should buy this cat because you are already buying foods with rabbit anyway, and you should figure out what the worst unit is on your board is and sell it.
But whale was so thick.
Well, that means it's probably not the worst unit on your board.
Monkey juices really well there. Snake is just one of the guys.
Okay, so again, like I feel like it's much easier to just break it down into stats. The monkey is a 2/5 and it gives 5 stats every turn, which is fine, but I think that's just worse than everything else on your board. And so then you
Okay.
would compare it to the cat. The cat is significantly better. It's a lot more stats per turn.
Especially combined with rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the thing is, I would actually probably sell both of them here and just buy the sushi,
So what other one?
the snake.
The snake.
Like, so
Are you
snake is good. It's like about 12, like 17 attack, but you also it's not that good. Like a sushi is an insane amount of stats, so I think it's fine to sell the snake for the sushi.
I'm shitting myself. I would never do such a thing. Um, it's also kind of weird though, right? Because
Again,
like,
it is really bad this turn, but it's really good later. So
okay. So now that we don't have the buffing thing, we probably want Puffy. Actually, it's gonna be 21. It's gonna be 13. This is better. Okay. Ka-chow.
yeah. Also, Tangle, to answer your prior question, if what I was saying about sushi would apply with level 1 rabbit, it would probably be wrong to spam sushis with level 1 rabbit. I'm not even sure if it was correct to spam these sushis in this situation. But I'm trying to coach a 7 seed. I don't want to like go into like super complicated like situational decisions. I think it's much easier to just tell them, okay, if it's better than a normal sushi, you should probably buy it.
I'm curious to know because you're like ancient. You're like been here a long time. So like, what's like the best seventh seed you ever seen like move up?
Uh, Damon was a 7 seed in his first season and was arguably like the second best player on the team by the end of the season. Freets was a 9th seed in his first season, and by the end of the season was probably a 3rd seed.
Oh my god. Um, we lost. Uh,
Yeah, but that's fine. Like you lost the fight, but you're gonna win like eventually because you're
do
gonna have
we
so many more stats as a result of the plays.
we tried a level cat, right?
It's fine. I would have probably unfrozen the chocolate and looked for food.
Oh,
Like I
do we
think
still do
it's
it?
probably incorrect, but like if you're chocolate cat here, I'm not gonna be too mad. Like that's like a normal enough play. Fits into what I've been telling you.
Okay, and then roll.
Again, like yeah, like again, I'm not trying to get you to play like perfectly optimally. I'm trying to get you to like play reasonably, and that's like more than good enough, at least to beat Freets.
Um, trying to think. Would a fly be bad?
Well, how are you making that decision?
Wait, why don't I just do this and put turtle here?
Yeah, so that's immediately very good, and I think it's also good for like the next couple turns. So I think that makes sense. Yeah,
What if I do this and put a mushroom on it?
that gives you one more melon. That seems fine.
Okay.
It's good this turn. It's also probably good in the future. So yeah, it
Mm,
seems like a reasonable place. But the
okay.
key thing is you're not doing them just because it's like really good. It's really good this turn. You're doing it because not only is it good this turn, it's also good in future turns. And I feel like that's
Yeah.
really important because in a lot of your games, like you were doing a lot of random plays that like, well, it's good this turn. Like you would buy like turn 11 garlic because like, well, it hits this one breakpoint from last turn, but like that
Oh,
it's not likely to be good for very long.
I see. I think this is fine as is then. Yeah.
We need food. Turtle's still worth it. I mean, like, it's 4 melons. Like, I think that's probably worth it.
Bum, 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 bum.
Drawing the line between, like, when things are good enough and when they are not is very difficult. That's, like, part of being a good player in this game. God.
The melons, the turtles are so good. A fucking quad melon. Yeah, I'm so smart, everyone. I'm so smart. That was so good.
Yeah, you did find the right play on your own. Like, you would
I'm
have probably
so
done it in a set. Yeah, it would have worked.
nice, amazing, beautiful. Chanel.
Like I said,
I
like,
love
your instincts are really good. Whenever you're not, like, overthinking, your instincts are very good. You find a lot of plays that other low seeds would not find, but you need to fix, like, some basic things, like, just make sure you're buying things that are good, like, for a long time.
Okay. I think that is good. I think that helps me a little bit as well as like thinking about like, okay, this helps like right now, but will it help me in like 2 to 3 turns is also a good thing for me to work on. Mm.
Yeah, I think that plus just don't buy things off curve because it's sort of interlinked because like if you buy things off curve are kind of bad. So like normally they're not going to be very good later on even if they're like okay right now. So they're kind of linked,
Mm.
but yeah, like I think those are the two big things. If you fix those, I think you like become like really good like instantly because your other instincts are all there. You're like good at positioning. You're buying like the right pets. You find like the weird ideas that other low seeds don't find.
Mm.
So
It's
just focus on
just
that for now.
all right. Sounds good. I think trading wise, I'll call it there since I also have to stream SAP in less than an hour. But thank you so much, Kodo. I appreciate you trying to fix me.
It's a good time. Yeah. Let me know if you have any like particular critical sets coming up, and maybe I'll be able to make time because I do want you to win. Like I'd be sick if you did really well this season.
I think most people's hope is that I can move up to at least like 4th to 5th seed because they're like there's potential, but she's just stupid sometimes. So we'll see if we get there.
Yeah, I hope so.
But yeah, I'll leave you to your stream. But thank you so much.
Oh, I'm ending. Are you gonna go live? I'll just raid you.
I'm gonna go live in an hour, so you
Fuck.
can.
All right.
I
Well, I'll
think.
raid someone else.
Let me see. I don't know any other SAP people, but I'm sure there's
I'll
someone
figure
to
something out.
raid.
All right. Well,
FBL's
yeah.
live.
See you later. It was fun.
Right. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, Tango, I think that's pretty important for coaching, especially low seeds. Like, when you're coaching another high seed, then it doesn't matter as much, because they can, like, process the information, like, really fast. Like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. She got us all a chance. I think she should easily beat Freets, if I'm being honest. Like, he's blindfolded. Not only is he blindfolded, he's also not allowed to play customs. And so, like, it's way worse to play blindfolded when you're on pack 1 or 2 because Pill is in the pack. So you can't, like, buy foods as freely and that sort of thing. So, like, I think even without any coaching, she should probably beat Freets. I'm more concerned about can she beat other people. I think, like, well, I'm in the camp that Freets will not win a set this season, but even if he were to win a set, I don't think it would be against Eggie. I think it'd have to be someone worse. Well, I guess that doesn't really make sense because I ranked Eggie pretty low on the pre-draft rankings. I guess like one of the rookies who like is just new. I think that would be who he has to beat. Right, let me find someone to raid. FBL is streaming. Reminder that FBL is hosting the Star Champs in 5 days. If nothing else, very good chance for a trophy hat. But also, it's like there's a lot else about the tournament to like. It's a charity tournament. You don't find that many times when you're able to play Star and tourneys, so make sure to sign up. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Even if I got mad at you guys earlier, I still appreciate all of you. Freets probably shouldn't be allowed to blind. If he's not allowed to blindfold next season unless he somehow wins a set, or at least makes it look close. Because, like, yeah, somebody is going to lose all their sets normally. That's just inherently how it works. Someone is the worst player. So if he, like, loses all his sets, but, like, they look reasonably competitive, then it's like, okay, sure. Like, he could win a set. But if he just obviously can't win a set, then we're not going to let him do it next season. Alright, I will see you guys.